We are in it, crew. Shout out Gamescom Day 2. You'll love to see it. The Xbox Showcase was earlier. We will do the highlights of that after the Future Games Show, which is starting in 5 minutes. But before anything, we have to acknowledge something. Before I even say hello to the chat, we have to acknowledge something. I think I killed Tim Curry. Not even joking. I think I killed Tim Curry. This was 12 hours ago. This was a stream I did 12 hours ago.
Sorry,
Legend is one of the most overrated fucking
Thank you. I watched it and I hated it. It was so bad.
Really young Tom Cruise.
Definitely not as good. No.
People love Legend simply because the internet has this weird boner for Tim Curry because he was the voice of their child or whatever. Tim Curry's overrated and Legend sucks.
I saw it around the same age I saw.
Bro, literally last night I'm on the stream shitting on Tim Curry, and then 12 hours later, I'm getting the fucking notification shit, Tim Curry dead. I might have a death note. Like, I think I have a death note in my dreams. So yeah, R.I.P. Tim Curry. Obviously not trying to celebrate his death. That would be really fucked up. In all reality, like, R.I.P. Tim Curry. I do think he was an incredibly overrated actor, but I'm not here to disparage a man at this current time. That'd be absolutely messed up. Just, what are the odds, guys? Let's be real. What are the fucking odds of that? So, alrighty. Who we got up in this bitch? Shadowbuster is here, Dat Darnotaku, Matt Stamford, Rabnad Scubla, Carlos Batista, Michael Vargas, MK3 Kratos, Anthony Way, shout out to ya, Luffy John Jr., I'm getting a Nanta and Several Palace. I don't know what Several Palace is. Or no, there was one called like... Was that the gotcha game, a horror waifu thing from yesterday? People Up Stars Commanders here. Shout out. You're fake. Hey, yo, how you doing? Silver Palace. Okay, yeah, Silver Palace. They're gotcha games, so I'm not doing it. I mean, Ananta, I think, is going to be malware. Ananta is going to be malware. I want it to be everything they say it's going to be, but I think that game is going to be malware. I wish. I hope I'm wrong. I do. I hope I'm wrong. Silver Palace, if it weren't a gotcha game, it'd be good. I got the graveyard shift tonight, and this week I'm going to be working until 6 a.m. That shit sucks, bro. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear it. Alright, boys. The Future Games Show starts in 2.5 minutes. Do I like any Tim Curry movies? I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Yeah. Off the top of my head, I actually really can't think of any Tim Curry movies I like. Don't like Fern Gully. Don't like Rocky Horror. Don't like Clue. Yeah, just off the top of my... Don't like Home Alone. Never seen Annie. I was in the play for Annie, but I've never seen Annie. Yeah. Don't know what to say. Oh, dude. Yeah, we did a Fern Gully watch party in the Discord a few months ago. That shit was fucking rough. That shit was rough. Which, by the way, mind you guys, watch party tomorrow on the Discord. Mortals. Watch party tomorrow. Wait, who's Tim Curry? Because I don't know who he is. Tim Curry is this actor right here. I'll pull up an image of him while we're waiting for Future Game Show to start. This actor right here. He passed away. Again, truly R.I.P. Like, he was looking rough at the end. I know a lot of people that are fans of him and whatnot. I was never a fan. There's just... yeah, he played the devil in Legends. In Legend, not Legends. Legend. I fucking hate that movie. I've never seen Muppet Treasure Island, so I couldn't say. Yeah. So again, shout out to everyone in the chat. Yeah, R.I.P. Tim Curry. I'm not gonna like spin this stream talking about sad, depressing shit. Dolly yesterday, Tim Curry today. But I felt like it needed to be addressed simply because of what I was saying on stream last night. And like, again. What a fun! I think it's wrong. Pennywise. Oh yeah, he is Pennywise in the OG It, which sucks. The OG It miniseries is fucking awful. I don't like any version of It. Like the one they did recently, the first one of the two is fine. It is such a good book, and neither the miniseries nor the recent movies have done it justice. So, he played the fate bad guy in Charlie's Angels and the Cardinal in one of the Musketeers movies. I don't remember that in Charlie's Angels. Was it Charlie's Angels? I thought that bad guy Knox was the... I don't know. I don't remember. But, Yeah, that's the gist of that. Future Game Show. Live in 30 seconds. We got the chat up. Oh my god, they just turned on subscriber only mode. Yo, they just turned on. I wonder if it's because of all the shit that was being taught yesterday. All the ridiculous shit. You guys, yesterday in the Gamescom chat, they were getting belted. Alright, it's showtime, boys. It's showtime. Let's see how this stacks up. Guarantees, yeah. Yesterday, bro, the chat was going off.
Fellow gamers and industry folk, welcome to the Future Game Show at Gamescom. I'm Nick Apostolidis, the voice and motion capture actor behind Leon S. Kennedy. You may remember me and my one-liners from some recent incredibly stressful vacations to small towns in Europe and Raccoon City alike.
And I'm Angela Santalbano, though you probably know me best as Grace Ashcroft in Resident Evil Requiem. I was the one hanging upside down, hyperventilating in a Velcro
She looks
suit
much prettier in
while he
real
was
life.
going up
I
in
did
a
not realize.
Porsche and doing roundhouse kicks.
Hey, remember when I gave you that really cool gun, though?
It had one bullet, Nick.
One very powerful bullet. Inventory management is my love language.
Well, let's put the trauma behind us for now, because we're joining forces.
I will say these guys are infinitely funnier than they've got good chemistry. As much as I hate Resident Evil Requiem, these guys are infinitely funnier than Jeff was yesterday.
Well as some world premieres that will make you want to punch a boulder inside a volcano.
So if you want to keep track of everything, head to the dedicated Future Game Show.
Michael Vargas, you say OG Leon's better. Who do you think OG Leon is?
Once we wrap up, you can also visit GamesRadar.com for follow-up coverage on everything we've got in store for you, including what's lurking behind this trailer-shaped door. Lights, please.
Lurking? Okay, let's just get into our very first world premiere.
Okay, a world premiere. Interesting.
Welcome, loyal viewers, to the Emperor's 99th Intergalactic Gauntlet. Let's meet the latest drop.
This isn't a world premiere. They showed this in the pre-show for Summer Game Fest or for Gamescom yesterday.
Maybe these highlights will change your mind.
RE4 is not the original Leon. That's Paul Mercer. The original Leon was Paul Haddad. So that's not the original Leon. That's why I was asking. Yeah. Paul Haddad played Leon in Resident Evil 2, and then Paul Mercer played him in Resident Evil 4.
This one has your name on it. Lacey! Jogging up on the back. Watch out,
You know, the classic Worms games were fun. I can imagine this being fun just to fuck around in if you're drunk and bored. I can. It was not a game that I'll ever really play, but the classic Worms was fun.
The worms are back, and not the kind that hijack your nervous system.
No, these are the cute British ones with the holy hand grenades.
Worms Galactic is a tactical spin-off coming soon to PC and consoles.
But if you're a fan of the 2D style the series is known for, a brand new Worms game is also on its way.
And now it's time for some news from our good friends at Capcom. Here is a brand new trailer for Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
Yeah, I was surprised yesterday that Onimusha didn't get more fanfare. It really only got a trailer for its extended demo, but
フューチャーゲームショーをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。鬼武者ウェイオブザソードディレクターの二平です。本作はカプコン
I'm right there with you, Tiger King. I'm right there with you.
鬼武者の完全新作です。ダークファンタジーの世界観で描かれる江戸時代初期の京都を舞台に至高の剣撃アクションが楽しめます。本日は新たな
I love classic Capcom. I do. I love classic Capcom. I love 90s, 80s, and 90s Capcom.
頑張っている狛犬たち。早期によって身動きが取れなくなっており、武蔵の助けを待っています。さらに新しいシネマティックなトレーラーをご用意しているんですが、その前に改めまして。
Yeah, we'll get to that when we cover the Xbox stuff. We touched on it a bit on Saturday, but we'll get to that when we cover the Xbox stuff, the Fable situation.
If you live by the way of the sword, fighting is everything. It's warm blood on cold steel. The sound sound of your blade breaking armor. The thrill of striking down your foes with otherworldly precision.
She's exhausted.
So fight smart. Fight hard. Fight.
Like Wizard, I don't know. So the Xbox Showcase was at like 9 a.m. my time, so we missed it. So we're doing the Future Games Fest right now, the Future Game Show right now, which literally just started. This is the second trailer, and it's more Onimusha. We are going to do the Xbox stuff after this live event. We'll do a recap of the Xbox Showcase. So Onimusha, I mean, looks fine. The new Worms looks fine, and those are the only two things they've shown so far.
That looks amazing.
Must be nice to parry all the time without your knife breaking in half.
Hey, don't pout. I'm sure.
Yeah, there shouldn't be parries in Resident Evil. Fuck you, Nick.
Yeah, you're right. I do love that guy. But anyways, Onimusha Way of the Sword is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th, so not long now before you can get your hands on it.
Our next game, which concerns one of our favorite shared subjects, zombies, is a side-scrolling brawler set in the Walking Dead universe. Think Streets of Rage with more headshots.
But why though? This IP is dead. Who is asking for a Walking Dead game in 2026? I mean, beat 'em up games are fun. This could be fun from a gameplay perspective. I'm gonna turn this down so it doesn't seem like there's dialogue or anything. This could be fun from a gameplay perspective, honestly. But who's asking for a Walking Dead game? It's just got to be a good beat 'em up. Like, for example, Scott Pilgrim was a good beat 'em up. I wasn't necessarily clamoring for a Scott Pilgrim game, but it's a very good beat 'em up in its own right. I use Filmora to edit my videos.
Hot diggity dog. I practiced that.
That was good.
Guys, you can actually play as Negan in The Walking Dead Streets of Survival when it lands on the 18th of September. Make sure it's on your wish list.
Notice Michonne is front and center.
Let's take a closer
the black
look
chick.
at Dioxide,
Michonne's cool, to be fair.
A cel-shaded shooter set in a world ravaged by corporations.
Sounds a little too familiar.
Okay, this could actually be good. Cel-shaded, cyberpunk.
Peace be upon the obedient, and strength to the hands that keep the great wheels turning. Look not to the ruined heavens for salvation, for grace is no longer given, it is provided. Do not weep for what was lost to the burning sky. In a world that scorched away its mercy, labor is our final desperate grace. Do not fear the deafening hymn of the factories. Listen to it. Listen. It is the only heartbeat this shattered world has left. We bleed. We sweat.
This is an engine. It looks good.
Only to forget the sky once knew a sun. Remember, the corporation provides. The corporation provides.
All right. I can tell you I will be terrible at this game, but this does look good. Alright, you know what? I'm sold. I'm sold. Dioxide looks good. I'll wishlist that. Whoops.
Paint the canvas red in Dioxide, which is coming soon to PC. Oh, and while we've got you, a quick reminder to stay tuned for FGS Live from
I already had that
Gamescom,
wishlisted.
our sister show, which airs directly after we wrap
Okay,
up.
I already had that
We'll be
wishlisted.
passing the baton to the FGS editorial team for even more exclusive trailers and world premieres. So make sure you stick around for that. Here's a little teaser of what you can look forward to.
Thank you very much, Angela and Nick. I'm Jules Gill, and I'm also the host of FGS Live from Gamescom. You can join me and Nathan immediately after the
guy from what culture?
World premieres, release date reveals, and of course, brand new trailers.
Yeah,
It's
Cyberpunk
probably
Doom,
our
basically,
best show
exactly.
ever, so make sure you stick around for it.
Make sure you stick around after the show for even more amazing game reveals.
And speaking of world premieres, we've got our second one coming up right now for the sequel to a dark fantasy action RPG. Let's check it out.
Did you at the bottom it said warning arachnophobia? What pussies? Hey, Shadow Taku, thank you for the $1 dude. I will not play this game simply because they put an arachnophobia warning in their trailer. Fuck you. You're catering to pussies when you do that. You're catering to pussies when you put an arachnophobia warning in your trailer. Fuck this game. Will not play it.
Wish lists at the ready because Wolcen 2 is coming to early access in 2027.
Okay, here's a closer look at A Short Quest. It's a nostalgic dungeon crawler built with love by 2 developers. Let's take a look, shall we?
Man, I love the visuals for this so far.
Could you stop banging on the bloody gate?
Wrong place, fuckface.
Nope, you can pet the dog. People are gonna be sold. Lo-fi medieval music, I'm in.
Take this note to the king. It should be a short.
You know what?
Quest.
Indie game, unique visuals, they're throwback.
A short
RPG.
quest is coming soon to PC,
I can get behind that.
and there's a playtest available now if you want
A
to check
short
it out.
quest. I can get behind
We've got
that. That
a
seems kind of
high-octane
cute.
racing game up next. Perfect for a guy who plays a character with such an excellent track record with motor vehicles.
And yet they gave Leon a Porsche. Anyway,
It's
here's
Porsche,
a brand
by the
new
way. It's
developer
Porsche.
diary for Clutch.
Hello, Future Game Show. I'm Mike Brown, creative director here at Maverick Games. Clutch is a cinematic, open-world driving game where you will take on the roles of Theo and Cass, a pair of
Oh yeah, we
sibling
saw this
racing
at
prodigies
SGF. We
who
saw
are
this at
leading
Summer
a double
Games
life
Fest. Yeah,
of pro racing driver by day.
just drop the volume. Yeah, this looked fucking retarded. I mean, maybe earned it did driving sims, maybe it'll be good, but the trailer they showed off at SGF did not entice me. I'm not big on driving games to begin with.
Beautiful, aspirational location that's also home to some of the world's best driving roads. And it's also a part of the world that's just steeped in car culture as well as motor.
Elmer with the 2-banger. I want trigger warnings for DEI and cow bosses. No. No, because that'll make us just like them. Needing warnings for shit like that would make us just like them. No, I just want to see it and bitch about it. Appreciate the 2-banger. Nah, I'm not really big on racing games. Hot Pursuit 2 for the OG Xbox, like the last racing game I really give a fuck about. Hey, thank you for the $1 due, Asset Water. Appreciate you.
That's not just ticking off a piece of content. Because of the story, it really matters. In terms of vehicle handling, it's my belief that we need an authentic handling model that has enough depth and edge to it that it will punish
This a trailer for a game like this is going on way too long. I'm gonna be real. You showed off a trailer, SGF. We know what it is. We don't really need more. Who is this game for?
So the more you play, the more you're going to feel your skills getting better and better. And that's where the real satisfaction lies in this kind of
Most Wanted was fine. I preferred Hot Pursuit 2, but Most Wanted was fine.
authentically mechanical.
Gamescom's still going. I thought after the opening night demos and stuff. No, they're doing there was an Xbox event earlier which we're gonna cover after this. And this is the Future Game Fest. Elmerbot with a 2-banger. In a parallel world, racers would be called racists. I wish we were in that parallel world. I might change my opinion on racing games if we were all called racists for playing them. In that same world, rappers are actually called rapists. Spelled R-A-P-I-S-T-S.
Know that it's a world that's full of challenges and collectibles to reward you for all of that exploration. Clutch is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles and PC in spring of 2027. You can wishlist right now. And for more information, follow us on all of our social channels or check out the Maverick Games YouTube channel.
Hey, they have an X but not a blue sky. I'll say that's a plus. Notice how they had an X but not a blue sky. Well done.
Clutch is coming to PC and consoles in spring 2027. Ange, what's up next?
Well, let's change the lighting again. Because it's time for another world premiere. And this one is a sequel to an atmospheric puzzle platformer.
Back to what me and Hypno were talking about yesterday. If you see this art style and it has dialogue, you know it's gonna be cringe. But if there's no dialogue and we get something like akin to Ori and the Blind Forest, that would be great. Like, it definitely gives Ori vibes. Ori is one of the greatest modern indie games. See, this game didn't have an arachnophobia warning. Alright, this could be something fun for me and Hypno to play, actually. Me and Hypno play Greek 2? Interesting. I wish that was just for me and Hypno.
It's a stunning cooperative Metroidvania launching in 2027.
And now we're taking a look at the latest trailer for Serious Sam Shatterverse, a roguelike shooter set across a multiverse of mayhem.
Ooh.
I can't believe they're reviving Serious Sam, and I mean that in a good way. Like, I don't know if this will be good, but the fact they're bringing back Serious Sam is crazy.
This is the end for you. I need a vacation.
That could legit be fun. It's just nice to see Serious Sam back.
Shatterverse is coming to PC and consoles on August 31st, 2026. That's next week, Ange.
So soon. But you know what else is coming soon? And to us all, eventually. Death. Graveyard Keeper 2 is a cozy cemetery simulator where you manage a medieval
What is
business,
up with these
bury the
fucking
locals, and
tags?
occasionally harvest their
A
organs for
cozy
profit.
cemetery simulator.
Welcome to your charming new town. Step 1. Plant your first seeds. Perfect. Step 2. Take care of your adorable animals. They'll pay you back 100-fold. Step 3. Harvest fresh resources from the garden. Organic and locally sourced. Step 4.
I do like what they're doing with the trailer here.
On a lovely field trip. Look how much they've grown. Meet your charming neighbor.
Does she even know I'm a skull? Oh.
What a chatterbox. And your loyal companion will help you with every task. Restore your little town, automate your production, and watch your community bloom. A peaceful, relaxing life sim.
I would not play this.
Another marketing lie? No wonder they're all getting fired.
Have fun.
Okay, it made fun of the layoffs.
Prime your shovels.
That was a fun trailer. I would never play it, but I will say that that's some good marketing.
2026.
And continuing with games that indulge your morbid desires, join us as you building a cult in co-op. Here's the latest trailer.
It begins innocently enough. Building, harvesting the communal garden, making just one sacrifice. But before you know it, your friends will have you stockpiling firearms, riding farm animals into battle, and praising the ancient ones. If your friends tell you, be cool, man, do not be cool. Be skeptical, be vigilant, be cult-free. Friends don't let friends join cults. Brought to you by Concerned Citizens Against Join Us.
Okay, that can be fun.
Join Us is coming to PC and consoles in March 2027. What's next, Angela?
Got some gun fu for you, Nick. This next game is a kinetic.
I will say the marketing for some of these is infinitely better than yesterday.
Feast your eyes on the latest trailer for Spyro.
In this city, you're never really alone. They say the AI keeps you safe, I used to believe that. But I learned better. Tensor calculates, gangs execute. And people like me, we pay the price. Their strongest weapon is called Spine.
Combat mode activated.
Too bad I stole one. They think they've got it all under control. But every system has exceptions. I'm one of them.
So here's the dealio.
Damn, that kind of made me want.
I love the concept behind that.
Oh, are you sure?
I love the concept behind that. And but it was very vertical slicey. None of that gameplay was real, and even then it looked sluggish. It's unfortunate because Gunfu, Cyberpunk, Hot Bitch, like that's all good, but that was all vertical slice, curated, and that combat even then looked sluggish.
With our first Ones to Watch deep dive, where we go deep on the game the internet is raving about.
And with that in mind, here's an exclusive interview with Fuse Games about Star Wars Galactic Racer.
I'm so mixed on this game. I'm so mixed on this game.
Hey Future Game Show, my name's Matt Webster and I'm a co-founder and CEO at Fuse Games, and we're here to talk about Star Wars Galactic Racer, the high-speed runs-based reinvention of racing set in the Star Wars galaxy.
We're combining our love for racing games and Star Wars, and we're doing this with a fresh take on the racing genre.
We've got a uniquely innovative run-based campaign mode. It's a campaign mode with real consequence, depth, and breadth.
And we think that, combined with racing, is a match made in heaven, because racing games thrive on replayability. The more I play with a vehicle, the better I get, the more I can drive for mastery at a second-to-second level.
You're racing with three speeders.
I actually agree with what he's saying there. The problem I have with this game is that from the gameplay we've seen so far, like look at this, the controls don't look very tight. I'm hoping to be wrong, because Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, like back on the N64 and like Windows 98 and shit,
holding speed through
was incredible. It's one of the best. I would say it's a top 10 Star Wars game of all time.
It's fast,
I have it on Steam. It holds up beautifully.
Where it can
I want this to play like that
and store that kinetic energy and then do a kinetic burst out of the corner. And it's all about kind of threading the needle in thin lines.
And then our final vehicle is something that's brand new to Star Wars, and it's called the Skim Speeder. We've designed this in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and this vehicle is more akin to a lower level racing plane.
Acrobatic airplanes that gracefully handle corners until they need to flip up onto a knife edge.
The Skim Speeder is perhaps the most elegant of our vehicles, with its carving, banked turns, as well as its ability to roll up onto a knife edge and pull high G maneuvers around.
So see, that looks nice and tight.
Strapping into a Skim Speeder
Pause.
is
No, wait, that's not a pause. That's pretty straight. That's straight. No pause there.
Wide and proud profile, gracefully sweeping through the tracks, and then snapping up onto that knife edge and cutting into the apex. The sound design is fantastic, and then the visuals on top of it of how dramatic the change on the screen is.
Well, our audio team have done a fantastic job on making the Skim Speeder feel like an authentic Star Wars vehicle.
Tiger King, the man who despises Star Wars more than anyone I've ever met, might go to the Lucas Museum. That's fucking crazy.
Games to make something that felt uniquely Star Wars.
All three of those speeders have different racing lines, and it's where they intersect that things get interesting. This is where the drama happens.
Yeah,
and
day
then,
2 of
course,
Gamescom,
we've got the pinnacle racing vehicle in Star Wars Galaxy, the Pod Racer.
We knew we couldn't make a Star Wars racing game without including the iconic.
You pausing that line on Instant Mason Gate? No, I paused that line because of
aspect of the game.
my just
And it's
affiliation
something
with
that
the
we
Blacks.
Poured a lot of love and attention into. When you then step into a pod racer,
What up, Buff Hunty?
The speeds are absolutely wild.
The best thing about seeing people pick the controller up is that immediate smile on your face. Wow, this is fast, but this is controllable speed. And when I make a mistake, I have this wonderful audio-visual payoff inside the crashing that's expected.
That did look
but
good.
Fair.
Boat to Eve Classic be a deadly course.
On PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, I'm mixed on the game, but that's actually been the best trailer they've shown off so far for it.
That is pod racing. Thank you to Fuse Games for the inside scoop on Star Wars Galactic Racer, which is coming to PC and consoles on October 6th.
No disc, no buy.
You know, it's time for another world's premiere. Here's your first look at an alchemical action-adventure game, and I'm told that what you're about to see is captured entirely in-engine and built from in-game assets.
Let's check it out.
It's not a remake of Star Wars Pod Racing at all. It's just because it's a racing game in the Star Wars universe. It's not a remake of Star Wars Pod Racing. You were incredibly wrong. Well, you're fucked, bro. Why was your gun not already drawn? That really told us nothing. I don't have thoughts on that.
House of Wisdom, which you can wishlist now on Steam. It's coming soon to PC and consoles.
Right. This next game sounds like our comeuppance for all the green herbs we've eaten. It's called Trees Hate You.
What? I mean, this seems like a fun little I don't know if you call this a platformer game, but like puzzle game. Of course, the person named Leaf would find this funny. I won't lie, this looks pretty good. I would play the fuck out of that. That looks good.
That's why I don't go to the woods unless I know there's a cabin with a typewriter in it.
Precisely. The plants get their revenge in Trees Hate You, which is coming out on November 16.
And just like that, here's another world premiere.
I haven't decided yet,
hand-drawn
Rudaka.
Cooperative golfing adventure. Let's take a look.
Because after the Gamescom stuff, we're going to be doing the Xbox stuff, which that alone was like 2 hours. So I have not decided. Yep, I'm muting. I could not care less. You think this looks cute? I think this looks boring as shit. I don't have an issue with animal games. I just think that this looks boring. I mean, the aesthetic isn't bad. I will say, like, on its own, the aesthetic isn't bad, but the gameplay does not look like something I would be interested in.
Bye Bye Bonnie is coming soon to PC.
Nice. And we're following that with a new trailer for Arizona Sunshine, a flat-screen remake of the beloved VR zombie shooter.
Step on it! Hey, buddy. I got a bad feeling about this.
So is the only difference that it's third person and not VR?
Shit! This is Arizona Sunshine, a third-person co-op shooter set in the zombie apocalypse. You play as Sonny, an unhinged, foul-mouthed survivor, just seeking connection. Hey, Fred. Shit. In the apocalypse, it's always more fun. An online co-op. But for this to be a real zombie classic, we had to have split screen.
Yo, no way!
And of course, you can play as Buddy. Good dog.
Yo, including split screen in 2026 is fucking epic. Well done.
What the hell have they been doing here? It's dead. You are a little man with no power whatsoever. Arizona Sunshine. Wish list now.
Gotta love split screen. Take the scenic route through the
That, yeah, I was so well done. I like that. That looks great.
PC.
Or perhaps you'd rather wind down with some virtual manual labor and heavy equipment operation?
Sure, I know someone who could use the wrecking ball practice.
Well, here's an update on Construction Simulator Evolution.
Why is split screen not done as much? Because companies, here, hold on, let me- because companies prioritize online gaming because it's part of their future, their digital landscape. Split screen has been largely destroyed because why play split screen when they know you and your friends all have consoles or all have your own PCs or whatnot, and you can each play on your own TV? It is bullshit. Any game that has a multiplayer mode should have split screen. I want to play with my homeboys while we're all chilling together, talking ridiculous shit, ordering pizza, drinking booze, all hanging out in one spot, because that's where real memories are made. Like, the removal of split screen from the gaming landscape is one of the most criminal things that ever happened. It's one of the things that has led gaming to go downhill, so that alone is such a huge boon.
Master the art of demolition in Construction Simulator Evolution, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And now for something completely different.
That's right. Our next game is a surreal
Lawrence.
medieval shooter inspired by the works of Hieronymus Bosch.
I like the music and the aesthetic. I'm not seeing anything in the way of gameplay. Yeah, this looks way too slow for me. This looks fucking boring. Oh my god, Deca Striker, I would love to see Judas. I would love to see Judas. Oh, come on. Show us the death, you cowards.
Survive the Garden of Earthly Delights in Hieronymus, which is coming soon to PC.
Get it on your wish list ASAP.
Nah,
Don't close
that did
tab
not
because
inspire
it's
me
time
whatsoever.
for yet another world premiere. It's the next game from a beloved Kyoto indie studio.
All right, they say indie, and they said Japanese. Well, they said Kyoto, but Japanese. So please tell me we're getting some J-horror. Yes, these are like the little creatures from Princess Mononoke, correct. Those little spirit demons. Oh, what? You set it up like a horror game and it's... It's a fucking tower defense game. That looked so cool as a horror game, and it's a fucking tower defense game. I hate this. I fucking hate this. Yes, my boozle was in fact banned. Fucking stupid.
Repel the hand-drawn hordes in Pixel Junk Monsters 3, which is coming soon. Drop it on your wish list now and sign up for the private playtest, which kicks off on September 4th.
Dude, HDZ77 is okay. Enough with the phone games.
Engine 5 MMO with the sky is your
Enough with the phone games. What up, hun?
안녕하세요. 아이온2의 개발을 총괄하고 있는
Alright, I couldn't give a shit about Aeon. I know Hypno gonna be bricked up to show more of this, but yeah, I don't do MMOs very much. Especially not in the recent years. I get too addicted to them and don't make videos or streams because I want to play them too much.
발전된 기술을 결합하여 해법을 제시하고자 하였습니다.
Yes, the bait was successful. I'm livid. Have you watched Mononoke, not the princess? Oh, you mean the anime, just Mononoke? Yeah, Mononoke is great. Mononoke is, if anyone's not seen the anime Mononoke, I highly recommend it. It's super short. It's like 7 episodes or something. And it is, crazy good. What is this game? This is Aeon. It's, Aeon 2 specifically. It's a sequel to the critically acclaimed old school MMORPG just called Aeon. Or Arian, or whatever it is.
안녕하세요. 아이온2 게임 디렉터 김남준입니다. 반갑습니다. 기존 게임
Have I seen Outlaw Star? No, I've not. I know it is. I need to watch Outlaw Star. It's one of the few like classic anime from that era I've never seen.
탐험의 재미가 더욱 커졌다고 할 수 있고 전쟁 상황에서 창의적이고 변칙적인 플레이가 발생하는 것을 확인했습니다. 보통 비행을 하게 되면 등속 운동이나 가속 운동을 하게 되는데
Fucking love Outlaw Star. Yeah, I can't believe I've never seen Outlaw Star.
움직이지만 유저들이 느끼는 속도감은 느껴지지 않게 되는 것 같았습니다.
I'll kill for one of these MMOs and Gaijin against Dragon Sword Awakening. Haven't played yet. Just and turn themselves into a single-player offline game. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Dragon Sword Awakening at some point.
속도감이 느껴질 수 있도록 많은 노력을 기울였습니다. 높은 곳에 올라가 봤을 때 이제 무언가 찾을 수 있도록
I mean, I've seen so many anime, like some just slip through the cracks. They do. Some just slip through the cracks, and Outlaw Star was one of them.
주변을 확인할 수 있는 요소가 추가되면서 이를 통해 발생할 수 있는 플레이의 확장성을
I will say, if it weren't for this being an MMO, I'd play it. It looks beautiful. And MMOs aren't bad. They're just a time sink. I get sucked into it.
도전하면서 공략과 성장의 성취감을 느낄 수 있고 조금 더 편안한 플레이를 원하시는 분들은 채집이나 몬스터 수집 같은 다양한 컨텐츠를 자신의 속도에 맞춰 즐길 수 있습니다.
I think Outlaw Star might be the only Kenichiro Watanabe production I haven't seen. I'm pretty sure I've seen all. I haven't seen his most recent one called Babylon. Not Babylon. Lazarus. I need to see, but so his newest one, Lazarus, and the Outlaw Star, I think are the only Watanabe productions I've never seen. Isn't Aeon pay to win? I couldn't tell you. I don't do MMORPGs. Yes. Oh, of course I've seen Standalone Complex. Yeah, I've absolutely seen Standalone Complex. Both seasons. Phenomenal. So when did they show Star Wars Zero Company? Because I love XCOM. Yeah, Star Wars Zero Company looks decent enough. It looks like a pretty good XCOM clone.
넓은 월드에서도 자연스러운 그림자를 표현했으며 시간과 환경 변화에 따른 조명도 사실적으로 구현할 수 있었습니다.
아이언2는 솔로 플레이어들이 할 수 있는 컨텐츠와 파티 컨텐츠가 공존하고 있습니다. 그리고 파티 플레이를 하더라도 큰 부담이 없도록 컨텐츠를 디자인했으니 선택에 따라 편안하게 즐겨주시면 좋을 것 같아요. 런칭 이후 플레이어 분들의 컨텐츠 진행 속도와 플레이 패턴을 면밀히 살펴보면서 업데이트 시점을 결정해 나갈 계획입니다. 특히 글로벌 서비스는 다양한 지역의 플레이어
We just don't make games with them fucking Asians, bro. I don't care if it's the Chinese, the Japanese, or the South Koreans. We don't fucking make games like Asians. They're built different, son.
만들어 나가는 것이 중요하다고 생각합니다.
이걸 빨리 글로벌 유저들한테 어서 빨리 보여드리고 싶은 그런 마음, 너무 기쁜 마음으로.
This guy looks like Ed from the Spider-Man Homecoming series, like the No Way Home and whatnot, but Asian. He looks like Spider-Man's fat friend Ed, but Asian.
런칭 스케일 테스트에도 꼭 함께 해주세요.
I don't really think we did. I don't think that mine's a handful of series we've ever made games that goes to Asians. If you think of all the most famous gaming franchises of all time, only a handful will be Western.
Mark your diaries for September when you can finally get your hands on Ion 2.
Sorry,
Okay,
Ion, not
let's
Aeon.
Give the good people another trailer.
You got it. Here's the release date trailer for Star Trek Outposts Unknown, a Starfleet city builder.
Do
where you
not
chart
care.
alien worlds.
The way Tyler King feels about Star Wars, I feel about Star Trek. Well, I don't despise Star Trek. I've just never really seen it and don't really care about it. Like, that's what it boils down to. I know I'm going to end up watching some of the movies with Sevi, and maybe they'll be good because I know she likes them. But, I just never a Star Trek guy. Yeah, Lawrence, I've heard those same stories. It's not like Asian games weren't inspired by American media. Well, that's irrelevant. Being inspired by American media has no impact on whether or not you're good at making games. There's also been a lot of American movies inspired by Japanese shit. The Magnificent Seven is a Western remake of Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai is still better. Magnificent Seven's good. Seven Samurai is still better. Where the inspiration came from is irrelevant. I'm talking about the craft of making the thing. I don't despise things I don't like. It's stupid mid things that people like. I don't despise things I don't like. Just stupid and mid things that other people like. Yeah, fair enough. That's why I walked it back.
You heard it here first. Star Trek Outposts Unknown is coming to PC on October 20th.
Next up, we've got a brand new trailer for the tactical shooter War Dogs. And I think it's about time we find out the release date for this game. Don't you?
You know it.
$100 players, so it's one of those. What are they called? Oh, what Battle Royale? I mean, I don't know if it's a Battle Royale if it's on teams, but wait, how do you have 100 players and do teams though? It said 3 teams. That means one team would have to have one more player. Because it'd be 33, 33, then 34 to equal 100. That doesn't make any sense. It's King of the Hill? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm good. Not my thing at all. Yeah, I get it's a team game. I'm wondering how you do, it's at 100 players. How do you do teams of 100 players and have everything be equal? Because you can't do 3 teams with 100 players. Yeah, the math ain't mathing, exactly. One team would inevitably have to have 1 extra player.
Pre-order and wishlist it now because War Dogs is launching into early access.
But it said
September
3
10th.
teams got carry on. It specifically said on the screen, 100 players, 3 teams.
Puzzle platformer written by the best-selling author Sophie Lee Robbins.
How I got here, I don't remember. I've spent my whole life gazing up at the stars.
This shit already look gay as fuck, boy. This shit already looks gay as fuck.
Like this. This place is different. Time has stopped. Or was it ever even moving at all? Everything, all at once, illuminated. There's something
all right.
here.
Someone said, where is it? Voice recorded over Skype. AI voice. Oh my, people actually say this looks beautiful.
There's a face.
A platformer, amazing.
I know better than my own.
Okay, we need better games, correct. I love the music. That's a lot of purple.
Whatever is waiting for me out there.
Why is most of the chat simping for this?
Has been calling me my whole life. I have to find out what it is.
Yeah, boring. Revenge of the Savage Planet, Journey to the Savage Planet, new gameplays. Hey, people are asking for Revenge of the Savage Planet. Nice. The Journey Home. Yeah, that shit looked fucking gay. I bet if we look into that game, it got government funding. I bet if we look into that game, it got government funding the same way Mixtape did.
But there's a demo out now on Steam if you want to check it out. What's next, Nick?
Well, we've got some news about Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault, the beloved shopkeeper RPG, which is currently in early access, but for how much longer?
This shop isn't your choice. It's your duty, your legacy.
Capitalism,
and it
yes!
gives you a chance to learn how to read the room, to pick your battles, to know exactly what's worth keeping. You learn that not all fights are won with steel.
This looks unironically fun.
With patience. Some with care. Because greed will fill your pack. But only wisdom brings it home. Driven by heart, you balance both worlds. Not to escape your legacy, but to own it. This is who you are.
That actually looks pretty good, I won't lie.
Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault 1.0 release lands on September 2nd for PC and consoles. Don't miss it.
For this next trio of trailers, we're going to pass over presenting duties to some awesome HoloLive creators.
So, while we go hit the safe room for some
All right, they bring in the
smoothies,
VTubers.
Please welcome Shiori Novella and Vestia Zeta to the Future Game Show. How's it going?
Thank you, Leon and Grace, or Nick and Angela. I'm Shiori, and this is... Hi, I'm Zeta. And we're so excited to be here with you guys. All right.
Virus Chris, you really haven't missed much. I'm gonna be real, you haven't missed much.
Everwind, a first-person survival game where you and your friends command a flying ship across a shattered sky. Super cool.
So it's Minecraft meets Sky Pirates. Why do all VTubers sound the same? Well, that was HoloLive. They're actually Japanese and they're speaking English, so that's probably a part of the reason why. Because they're, you know, they are speaking their non-native language. Isn't that Leaplet's voice? You're funny, Sebrew. Virus Chris, there's been a couple of cool things. Dioxide looked cool. Let's see, hold on a sec. Pull up my wish list real quick. Because there's a few things I ended up wish listing that I thought looked pretty cool.
Everwind is coming to consoles in 2027 with a major
So
update
Arizona
coming in
Sunshine,
September.
Greek 2, A Short Quest, and Dioxide are the four things that look cool so far.
Sword Sage Awakening, a third-person action RPG where you take down beasts from Chinese folklore. Even better, there's even a cute red panda friend.
I think I've seen a trailer for this game already. If this is the game I think it is, this looks good. Yeah, this is exactly the game I think it was. So, finally, something that looks like legit sick. Classic hack and slash, baby. You're Legion of Mats, you're coming in on a good thing. Shiori is English? Are you sure? Alright, fair enough. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch Hololive. I could have swore they were Japanese. Maybe I was wrong. I don't watch Hololive, so. Sword Sage Awakening. Yeah, that looks fucking cool.
Sword Sage Awakening is coming soon to PC and consoles. But you can wishlist it now on Steam. And you could because it looks really cool.
It does look really cool. We have one more game to show you before we hand it back to Nick and Angela.
Just wishlisted that one.
For the Sinking City.
Yes! Sinking City 2! Let's go! Finally, this showcase is pulling it together. Guys, if you've not played the first Sinking City, you've got to. It's got some Euro jank, but it's so good.
So cool and spooky.
They showed off next to nothing, and I'm so glad. Fucking the first one is so awesome.
2027. Enjoy the monsters then. And with that, we're out of here. Thanks for having us, Future Game
I have the
Show.
remaster on Steam of the first one. I need to play it because it came out originally, I think, like just on the Switch.
Leon and Grace.
I love you!
Thanks for stopping by.
And as for what's next, we've got our second Ones to Watch deep dive.
Here's an interview with the team behind Tides of Annihilation, a fantasy hack and slash set in a fractured London and inspired by Arthurian legend.
Yeah, there's some great games with some Euro jank if you're willing to put up with it.
Hello, my name is Ari Chen. I am the co-CEO of Eclipse Glow Games and the game director of Tides of Annihilation. Tides of Annihilation tells a story inspired by Arthurian legend. However, we did not want simply to reproduce the existing mythology of King Arthur in its entirety. We wanted to approach it from the perspective of Chinese developers and transform it into a fantasy game. Although the game is based on Arthurian legend, the entire story has been reinterpreted from our perspective as developers.
It's amazing how when Asians say shit like that, it sounds cool.
So I can reveal a little about who she is at the beginning of the game. At the start, Gwendolyn is an ordinary person from the modern world, who becomes caught up in the disaster caused by an invasion from another dimension. As a modern person, she's thrown into a hostile and malicious other world. While she's there, she receives encouragement from her companions and gradually grows into a commander capable of leading the knights.
Use it to command your spectral knights.
Eurojank is slang Virus Chris for games made in Europe that are good games but are very janky because they're just not great game developers, hence the term Eurojank.
Takes place around the middle of the game and features a relatively high level of combat intensity.
Combat is at the heart of the experience, because this is ultimately an action game. We want as many players as possible to experience the enjoyment of action games when they play it. For that reason, we have carefully refined the combat system. This includes the Knight system, which gives players access to a greater variety of character builds. Players can combine these elements to create many different combat styles.
Bro, gonna build me a Galahad build, let's
The
go!
concept we developed is something I call the dual frontline battle system. This system allows the protagonist to fight alongside the knights she summons, working together with them in battle. I wanted to introduce more companions into combat, so that the player would no longer feel alone and would have the sense that other characters were actively supporting them. Our game is primarily an action-adventure game, so it has two central elements. The first is, of course, combat. The other is exploring and adventuring through another world. The adventure side of the game also builds on the important feature of the combat system, the knights. During exploration, the knights provide the protagonist with a wide range of abilities and assistance. The main purpose of exploration is ultimately to support the combat experience.
It's literally just
At its
Devil
core,
May Cry
combat
made by the
remains
Chinese
game's
with the
most
Arthurian
distinctive
legend.
feature.
That is all
Exploration
fucking
gives
awesome.
players additional resources, more room for error, and a wider variety of builds to discover and develop. To give an example of how the knights fight, we currently have the main knight, Bedivere. His design is centered on speed and fluid connectivity, allowing players to perform combinations easily and smoothly. He therefore has linked light and heavy attacks. Palamedes, the first knight, is primarily built around charged attacks, so the player has to recognize and take advantage of the right opportunities. And Kay, the time knight, needs to deploy time bombs at crucial moments. These can interrupt enemy attacks and also temporarily
That looks
stop
incredibly
time.
difficult
Each
to
of our knights
use.
has therefore
I love
been
it.
carefully designed.
Barrier
We want
to
each
entry,
knight
baby.
to feel different to control and to offer the player a distinct kind of enjoyment.
How is this possible?
You're fighting Mordred right there. Sweet.
This is the first time we're formally introducing the knight Lancelot. He's a very important character within the game's story, and he also has a highly distinctive presence during combat. He can closely follow Gwendolyn's movements and perform coordinated attacks with her, creating the feeling of a sword dance between the two.
With Tides of Annihilation, our hope is that our first project as a studio will be recognized by players within
This is
the
their
action
first
game genre.
fucking
We
project,
hope
dude.
that
That
in
is
the eyes of
insane.
players, our finished work will be considered a worthy and accomplished action-adventure game.
Damn sorceresses.
As for when the game will be completed, I think we simply need to continue working harder so that we can finish it and bring it to players as soon as possible.
Thank you all for your
For
interest
those of you
in
guys hope
Tides
for
of
a release date, they basically just
We
said fuck
sincerely
you.
hope that players will enjoy the game when it comes to PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Thank you.
Oh, demo countdown. Demo's releasing immediately after this, it looks like.
Shout out to Eclipse Glow Games for the insight on Tides of Annihilation, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
All right, eyes up if you like co-op games, as we have some exciting news to share about the latest entry in the We Were Here series, We Were Here Tomorrow.
Now, if you're not in the loop, this is an asymmetrical
No, it's
co-op
coming to
game
PC.
where
I have
you
it
use
wishlisted on PC.
walkie-talkies to solve puzzles, and we're about to find out when you can start playing it.
Ready up, Captain.
The walkie-talkies are back.
Testing, testing. Eagle 1 to Eagle 2. Eagle out. Do you see that canister behind you? Does that fit in there? Call me big brain, call me big brain.
So all my drawings, they're all black and white, so I could probably only go based off shapes.
Okay, well, it looks like a button.
Yep, I don't. These cringe streamers here have ruined this for me.
I'll take this one.
This could be interesting, honestly, and this is something I think that like me and Hypno might play together. But them having these two streamers here is incredibly cringe. That ruins it.
Oh, no. Hey!
Where's the demo? It said demo
the
release in
lasers
30
through these
seconds. Hold on,
lasers,
let me
we
check
sent all the way
Steam.
to the other lasers, down back to these lasers, and boom, we're out of here.
Let's go!
We did it! Check this out.
Wait, did we do that?
No, demo is not on Steam yet. But it says you will like this game if you liked Spider-Man Remastered and Stellar Blade for Tides of Annihilation, so there's that.
Let your best friend know that We Were Here Tomorrow is launching in October for PC and console.
And while you're organizing a co-op session, let me pique your interest with another great game. Guns of Eschaton is a Souls-like shooter set in a world imagined by Viktor Antonov, the creative mind behind Dishonored's Dunwall and Half-Life 2's City 17. Here's the latest trailer.
This
place as an inevitable conflict. It approaches, this world will burn.
Half-Life mentioned. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
It starts with you and ends with me.
Matt, you're like one of those people that think that fetch is actually going to happen. Quit trying to make fetch happen. Fetch happen. The world design in this is cool. I won't lie.
Wishlist it now because Guns of Eschaton is coming to PC and consoles in 2026. Now, what have you got for us, Nick?
Well,
Oh,
I
shit,
think
it's coming
another
out this
spooky
year.
Mystery is in the cards, quite literally. Hillthorn is a card-based detective game where knowledge equals progression, but don't take my word for it.
Wait, why does it say... Dude, they changed their holy shit. Future Game Show turned on subscriber only mode. Only channel subscribers have 10 days or longer gets the messages. They had it set to 20 minutes earlier. They changed their subscriber only mode from 20 minutes to 10 days live midstream. Holy fuck, what pussies. Yes, getting straight felted.
If that trailer made you want to unravel the mystery of Hillthorn, great news. It's launching in November and a demo is out now on Steam, so you can go check it out after the show. Now you're probably wondering why we're suddenly in a broadcasting studio.
Kind of, but I'm really just digging the jerseys. And if I had to guess, though, I'd say it had something to do with our next world premiere.
You're always one step ahead of me. Here's the next game from the team that brought you Journey to the Savage Planet.
No way! So, I know this just looks like a hockey game, but the Savage Planet games are fucking crazy. Dude, so look, hockey is not
Now
my
that
thing.
is a
It's
play
Sevy's,
no
but
one
I will
saw
play
coming.
that just based on the devs.
Breakaway Hockey League is the first modern hockey game coming to PC in nearly 20 years. It's a fast, skill-based 4x4 hockey game where every player controls a single skater.
Expect non-stop highlight reel plays and no sitting on the bench or in the penalty box. And I am totally keeping this jersey, by the way.
Oh yeah, me too. Anyway, it's coming soon to PC, so slap it on your wish lists and sign up for future playtests.
Now, we need to get changed and make our way out of the studio. So, for this next part, we're going to throw it over to a series of back-to-back trailers, starting with a world premiere.
Yeah, I cannot recommend the Savage Planet games enough. Like, just stellar games. Me and Hypno is probably some of the most fun I've ever had on doing the co-op gaming nights with Hypno. DNA Nemesis. That looks stupid, but I would try it. I would. It absolutely looked clunky. I agree. That looked How much you want to bet that was a European game? Hold on. DNA Nemesis. Oh, it's free to play for one. I'm trying to find out that DNA is.
Come on.
Yes, okay. So, that DNA Nemesis game is in fact a European game. It was made in Spain. That is Eurojank. Is that the game that Australian media is fake outrage? Another World War I game? Oh, I missed it because I was looking up to see if that DNA Nemesis was Eurojank.
Police simulator.
What up, Kage?
Your badge awaits. Wishlist now.
The left is gonna hate that game, and I'm all for it.
I summoned you, my brothers. There are things to be done. The armory is open.
I'm all in. Let's go. What is this? Look at all the sensor bars on the dicks. Yo, Gothic Boomer Shooter. Let's go. Hey, Yarnwish, thank you for the raid.
Move to the portal. My father has to be removed. Join us or die. Someone has to carry the nail crown.
Yo, I'm wishlisting that right now. Doom the Dark Ages wishes it could be that.
What do you got?
Ran out of coffee, morale is gone, everyone is exhausted, itchy, tasty.
We should probably be worried about that.
Yeah, let's just play it by ear.
Yo, I just wishlisted Nail Crown. That looked fucking sick.
Everyone. Here's a new trailer for Resonance, a Plague
And again,
Tale
shout out.
legacy.
Thank you so much, Yarny. Appreciate the raid, girly. And we're muting this. No one gives a fuck about Plague Tale Resonance. No one gives a shit about this dog water clunky ass fucktard game. Fuck Resonance. Feels like a modern Doom game. Yeah, it felt like classic Doom, just with modern graphics. Like it didn't feel like the new Doom, which I'm not knocking. I like. Well, okay. So 2016 Doom doesn't hold up very well. Doom Eternal was so good that 2016 Doom doesn't hold up very well, but that felt like classic Doom.
Well, tomorrow,
just
August
modern
27th for
graphics.
PC and consoles. Don't miss it.
And speaking of plagues, we're following that trailer with a closer look at Exterminals, a cooperative shooter where you play as a pest control crew.
Nail
Exterminals
Crown
was revealed
is what it's called.
yesterday,
There's
but
how it's
We've
spelled.
got the inside scoop direct from the developers.
So this game looks like it's going to die after like 3 months. Me and him were talking about this yesterday. It's just another one of those 4-player co-op games that's not gonna last. But I did like the humor in the trailer. The humor in the trailer was very Jack and Daxter.
It's fast, relentless action that rewards teamwork, creativity, and skill to get the job done. Thankfully, you have all the weaponized power tools at your disposal on your work shift. This includes not only guns, but a variety of special
Agreed,
weapons to
D-Stock.
deliver crazy elemental damage.
Yeah,
and a
rolling
special
dodge,
power
friend
clamp
slot.
that activates
Correct.
our overdrive system to use in all sorts of utility and combat situations.
The Exterminats takes place on planet Tien, where a new miracle energy source was discovered called polymorphic plasma. So it's just one problem: alien pests. This plasma is like honey to them. They'll tear through infrastructure, machinery, and entire facilities to get at it, causing chaos across the planet, and this is your problem to fix.
You might have seen the trailer we released yesterday. We wanted to kick things off by showing the tough, blue-collar style the Exterminats have and focusing on the gear and the tools they use. Even if they have a job to do, we wanted to show off the frenetic action right away, but also the comedic undertone that's always ready to creep up.
This game is going to release, it's going to be praised, and it's going to be dead within months.
It begins with players selecting a work order from the job board, gearing up, and punching in. Once deployed to the work site, the mission is simple: fix, fight, and collect. Players repair damaged infrastructure, exterminate pests, and gather valuable resources while completing contract objectives. Every job culminates in a hectic final stand, holding the line against waves of pests while waiting for extraction.
Yeah, Temu Starship Troopers, Temu Helldivers, yes, exactly. Now, I'm probably not going to play this. I don't really care for games like this.
Cash in their earnings, purchase upgrades, customize their loadouts, and prepare for the next shift before punching in for the next contract.
After almost 5 years of working on this game, at this point, I'm just excited for people to discover the experience at large. If you want me to pick one,
He sounds so fucking bored.
And I love our special weapons. Shooting a massive behemoth with a cryoblaster or with a stasis railgun is just one of those satisfying things ever.
Exterminats is coming to PC and consoles in 2027, and we'll have more to share about the game over the course of 2026. And in the meantime, you can wishlist, pre-order, and check out our social pages.
This game is going to get shown off at the Game Awards to no fanfare. I guarantee you Jeff Keighley's going to prop this game up at the Game Awards.
Exterminats is headed to PC and consoles in 2027, so get it on your wish list now and keep an eye out on socials for more info.
Now, let's take a hard pivot into the world of Mr. Records, a vinyl shop owner with a rhythmic imagination.
I'm going to turn this down. No. Let's see. I mean, I love rhythm games.
Good morning.
Saya.
So I mean, it's a record sales simulator / platformer that's also rhythm based. I wish the art style were not lame like this, but the gameplay and the idea is actually pretty solid. Yeah, I love rhythm games. I just wish it didn't have this really lame art style.
The adorable Mr. Records is coming soon to PC and Nintendo Switch too.
Now, we're closing in on the end of the show, but don't let that fool you into thinking we're out of surprises.
Nope. In fact, here's a world premiere for an anime-inspired indie game with jaw-dropping pixel art.
They said anime. Let's see. I won't lie, these visuals are fucking crazy. Last-ditch effort. That looked pretty interesting. I won't lie. Yeah, anime pixel art. That's
the
unique.
First look at Last-Ditch Effort, which is coming in 2027, but you can wishlist it now on Steam.
And now we've got a gameplay presentation for Into the Wind, a dreamy delivery simulator where you pilot a sentient motorcycle.
Hi, I'm Robin from Bloom & Gloom Games, and this is a gameplay sneak peek at Into the Wind. A cozy adventure where you take over your missing uncle's delivery firm and drive, fly, and run deliveries together with your trusty sentient motorcycle playing.
You want to know the bitch of the bunch? So many of these motherfuckers keep saying cozy. And there are actually some quote-unquote cozy games that can be fun, but never describe them as that. Cozy reeks of the idea of low stakes and, like, just being, you know, happy-go-lucky and boring and, like, for children or for broads. Stop using the word cozy. Yeah, cozy equals boring.
We're looking for something fairly chill. This red sign means they're looking for some delivery help. Let's see what they have for us. Looks dangerous. Too lively. Some heavy ones. They'll bring in a good deal of money, but the weight will make it hard to fly. So let's pick a good route and stick to the roads. As with cargo, there are different kinds of jobs that come with different challenges.
The weight will make it hard to fly. So you're going to show up your game called Into the Wind about a sentient flying motorcycle, and the first delivery you show us is not going to be flying. Are you fucking stupid?
Pirates ahead. With our current load, we would have a hard time fighting back or flee without damaging our cargo. Better to pick a way around instead.
And you're not, apparently he's got combat, and you're not going to show the combat either because you picked this load. You dumb bitches!
After delivering our heaviest package, we're now light enough to fly. Launch pads are not necessary to take off, but they sure help. Let's go back to those pirates and chase them off for an extra reward. Flying offers a great deal of freedom and potential for aerial acrobatics, and we will use what we can to get behind the pirate airplanes for a better shot. Our weapon today is the machine gun, so we have to get up close in tight dogfights to get in a fast burst.
Why would you call a game like this cozy? Like, at what point does this come across as cozy?
Directions. If we take down the leader, the whole bunch will flee, presumably back to the hotel bar where we could visit them later if we wanted to. Phew, finally got rid of them. But pirates are not all you have to watch out for in Santa Rosa. Occasional landslides, the weather, and not least of all, local traffic. As the day is coming to an end, we head back home for some upgrades and rest. With that, we are at the end of our gameplay.
Reminds you of Tailspin? It reminds me of Ghibli, which I'm not opposed to this game. I'm just hating the marketing for it. This actually looks like it could be fun. I just don't like the marketing.
Page to wishlist and sign up for the playtest now, and come join our Discord to follow Into the Wind's development up close. Cheers!
Like, I got Kiki's Delivery Service vibes.
Into the Wind is coming soon to PC, but you can sign up for the playtest now and join the official Discord to chart
Oh,
its
D-Stock, I didn't even see your message. It
what's
said,
next?
give me a Kiki's Delivery Service game instead. Yeah, Kiki's is my favorite Ghibli
Here's
film.
a brand new entry in a beloved series of strategy games.
Legends speak of a world once whole, before the shattering plunged it into darkness, and of a crown of creation guarding the memory of all things. Wielding shards of great legacy, the lost lands could rise once more, to be explored, to be claimed.
Yeah, Tailspin did have Sky Pirates.
deep beneath the forest boughs, the greed has learned to rule.
Great, so you didn't show us any fucking gameplay. Oh, here we go. Oh, early in-game footage subject to change. Okay. That was it? Your early in-game footage was 2 seconds of pixel art? Yo, fuck these devs, dude.
The fantasy theme. This next game has you catering for weary heroes in a cozy tavern.
Oh, I've got a great recipe, actually. You take a red herb, mix it with a green herb, add a little seltzer water, and it fixes everything. Hangovers, chainsaw wounds. Trust me, it's awesome.
Let's hope this place can do better than Raccoon City hospitality.
It's Wizards of the fucking Coast. Do y'all remember when Dungeons and Dragons was about Dungeons and Dragons? You go into your fucking, you go down this labyrinth, you would avoid or fight monsters, you would fight a dragon and see if it doesn't kill you by round fucking 4, and then you make it back to the tavern, and you count out your loot, and you try and hit on a fucking bar winch. What the fuck is this? I do not see a dungeon, nor a dragon. I don't see a fucking orc, I don't see a fighter, but they got D20s apparently, so it must be fucking Dungeons and Dragons. I hate this. Dungeons and Dragons Long Rest Tavern. Dude, no, you take the long rest because you have... What the fuck is that, a mimic? Why are you making mimic like a fucking pug? Fuck, D&D is dead. D&D deserves to die. I hate this. Oh, I'm so fucking angry.
No Law, a cyber grunge revenge thriller from the team that brought you The Descent.
In fact, here's Neon Giant themselves to tell you all about it.
Yes, someone has to put down WotC. Agreed. Now this game though, No Law, looks fucking badass. No Law looks badass.
Hear about this Gardner guy going after the mayors?
I'm Tor Frick, and I'm creative director here at Neon Giant, working on No Law. No Law is a cyberpunk immersive sim. By that we mean it's a game where player agency is at the game's core. The player is free to play and explore the city of Port Desire however he pleases.
We provide you a toolbox, we provide you with abilities and actual tools to use, and instead of building a problem, a puzzle if you will, where we design a solution for playstyle A or playstyle B, we just lay it all out for you in a more loose manner, and we just say, you go have fun, and we will just try and build a world and systems that will just handle
these guys are guys that made the game that me and Hypno are currently playing on co-op nights, The Ascent. Fucking amazing. Truly incredible. I have such high hopes for this game.
We wanted to showcase how the player can approach playing the game in various different ways. It doesn't matter if you want to play the game balls to the wall, guns blazing, or shotgun to the face, or if you want to tinker more with explosives, hacking. Any of those things are viable ways to play the game. It's a narrative-driven game, but we also want the game to narratively react to how you are playing it.
So Port Desire is perfect for our kind of game humor, attitude, spectacle, in the sense that there literally is no governing set of laws. There are rules, there are consequences, which fit right into our gameplay of whatever you do, there will be follow-ups, there will be consequences, which is very exciting for us.
Not only did we want to create a city that felt grounded, it also needed to be the kind of place where an adventure and a game like this can take place.
We've chosen to build a smaller city, but just make sure that it's super interesting and super rewarding to explore.
This is the kind of game where you go into an apartment and you try to find the clues. You go like, what happened here? We don't want the world to feel overwhelming. We want it to feel big, but we are much more interested in making something that feels layered and dense, where the
Quick
player
stop.
on the way
I'm
to that
ignoring what you're
apartment's like, I'm
saying,
gonna
and
go
not
here, I'm
because
gonna
you
investigate this missing
don't have
person.
any valid points, because
And
it's
go like,
clear
"Ooh,
you don't watch my
wait,
content to know what
there
my
is something
opinions
around
are,
the
because I've made
corner.
all
I
this
can see
clear
that
a
there's door
gajillion
ajar
times
in
over
this
the last
apartment
almost
building,
half-decade I've been
and
on
there's like a
YouTube.
dead body in there, but I can't get in. How do I get in? We want that kind of distraction where as you're moving on your feet through the city, if you see an open balcony, you can probably get up there.
And again, we're not telling you how or where to go, but we want you to kind of choose your own approach, choose your own playstyle, and choose how to get there.
The guns are big and heavy. You know, if they jam, you know, it's the kind of gun that you can hit someone over the head with, right? Like, we want that feeling in everything we do in the game. No matter if it's, you know, the chunky computers to the, you know, the weapons to the mechs. All throughout the game, we wanted to have that grounded physical feeling.
And a mantra we had from day one was, if 100 people play this game, there should be 100 different user stories. We really want this to be your story. We don't want to force you into telling you, and this is how Gardner solved all the problems. It's much cooler if you tell us, how did you do it? So every single NPC in the entire game can be killed. Not saying you should, but death is always permanent. So if you kill a shop owner, that shop is pretty much...
Murder Hobo's gonna love this game, which means Sevi's gonna love this game, which means I'm going to hate hearing about how Sevi plays this game and watching her play this game. Nobody gift this to Sevi. She's just going to fucking kill everyone and literally ruin the story.
So we have put places that if you kill some of the absolutely most major characters, the game will tell you, it's like, just so you know, you did this. You're free to continue your adventure, but this character won't be able to
I know
help
you are, Lawrence.
Are you
I
wanna
know
carry
you
on?
are.
And that's just
One of you was going to gift this to Sevi, and she's going to ruin this game by just murder hoboing
No Law is
everything.
coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
A lot of stories about how you operate, Gardner. Are they all true?
Thank you to the folks at Neon Giant for that window into the world of No Law. Wishlist it now because it's coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
And let's keep things moving with an action game set in the Warhammer universe.
Here's the latest trailer for Age of Sigmar Deathmaster, a Metroidvania where you play as a sneaky little Skaven.
Finnick escapes cage. I can smell your fear. Noises in the corners. Finnick kills slays.
Nice. So it looks more stealth than action-based, which I appreciate.
Needs chicken. Yes, yes. Everything. I hear something. Yes, yes. It was here. Head high now! Keep saying that. What's that sound?
The death animations in this are awesome.
Finnick will be Death Master.
I've not played a whole lot of Warhammer. I've not played any Warhammer, only 40k, but that looked fucking cool.
Rise through the ranks of the Ratmen in Warhammer Age of Sigmar Deathmaster, which is coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
Now, fair warning for all you horror fans out there, this next game is no joke.
That's right, Ritual Tides is set on a remote British island full of Lovecraftian creatures, and the team at Vertpaint have put together one hell of a trailer. You ready for the grand finale, Edge?
Ooh, whatever it takes. Count me in.
If this is the game I think it is, I've been looking forward to this one too.
Where am I?
Well, you didn't die. How very interesting. Please, come. Join us.
Oh. Thanks, Walter.
We have a lot to discuss.
Oh, look at that. That is brutal. See, I'm okay with the combat being slow in a Lovecraftian game. Yeah, I'm all in. Ritual Tides, baby. That looks fucking good. And bam, wishlisted.
As well as your nightmares, Ritual Tides is coming to PC and consoles, and you can wishlist it now.
The great work continues with new hands.
Andrew, what's going on? I thought this was the end of our show.
What is this place? Looks like an abandoned toy factory. Oh, they're building something big out there.
Oh, whatever it is, I think we're trapped. Listen, so while you guys watch our final trailer, let's me and you look for some animal medallions, chest plugs, precinct keys, I don't know.
Oh, a crank. There's always a crank.
Always thinking. Enjoy.
She's right. There's always a crank. I will say the Resident Evil jokes have been pretty A-okay. Bro, they went hard on the horror for the last bit of this. Poppy's Playtime kind of game? It's Poppy? I don't know. I don't know what Poppy's Playtime is. Wait, do I have Poppy's Playtime on Steam? I think I might. Escape from Playtime. No, I don't. Okay, Escape from Playtime. Huh. Again, if it's a horror game I'm in, it's that simple.
Playtime universe from a new perspective in Escape from Playtime, a co-op survival horror game where you play as a crew of misfit toys.
Hit that wishlist button and tell your friends, because Escape from Playtime is coming soon. But with that, we've officially reached the end of the Gamescom Showcase.
Mission accomplished. But guys, really, don't go anywhere. FGS Live from Gamescom is airing right after this, with even more exclusive trailers and premieres that you don't want to miss.
And the fun continues on August 30th for the FGS Best of Gamescom, where our editorial team is taking you onto the show floor for a debrief of the biggest news from the event.
And in the meantime,
all right, so that's pretty much that. Now we're going to do the Xbox Showcase that was earlier today. Because I completely missed it because it was at 9 a.m. and did not know about streaming. So, we're going to do a recap of the Xbox broadcast. Alright, here we go. Which I'm sure didn't start until... There we go.
Minds behind the games making headlines and wish lists. Plus, we've got some Xbox news coming up that you're not going to want to miss. So, keep it here as we bring you
let's show.
wall-to-wall
Obviously, we
coverage
have the live
of the
chat.
must-play games, updates, and fan-favorite franchise coming to a PC, handheld, or Xbox console near you. Speaking of Xbox consoles, Xbox with Gears of War E-Day, NBA 2K.
Yeah, I don't care. I just want to see trailers.
Enjoy.
All right. First showing off at Xbox. What is this? Bro, look at all the Katas! Look at all the Katas and Atreuses! And they're even committing theft like a Kata and an Atreus! Hold on. There we go. Gotta take a screenshot of this. There it is, boys. There it is. Oh, shit! Kata's in the fucking chat. He said people are gonna gift us this so bad. He just popped in. Bro, he popped in when we brought up the Coon game about stealing. What a good day to be alive, boys. That's amazing. Guys, I want to see some coons in the chat. Is there a raccoon emoji? There is. There's a raccoon emoji. I want to see some coons in the chat. Let's go. Yes, more Crazy Taxi.
The
Fuck
land
yeah.
of enchantment. From the moment you land, you'll be met with breathtaking views, fairy tale vistas, modern amenities, and cities full of historical charm. And there's no better way to explore this vibrant land than by car. Experience historic villages, modern art, delicious sausages, fantasy castles, magical holiday markets, and pointier castles. The charm and atmosphere of the natural beauty is only beat by the colorful locals you'll run into along the way. These interactions can be quite magical. Naturally, no trip to Germany would be complete without a visit to the famous Autobahn. So, what are you waiting for? Explore Germany today. Auf Wiedersehen.
Dude, I cannot wait for this game. That is my childhood, son.
Welcome to the home of Minecraft Dungeons 2 at Gamescom. Right there, from my.
Alright, we're gonna skip through this because nobody cares.
So here to bring us the next chapter of the adventure was called The Perfect Introduction to Dungeon Crawlers.
I need to see if this creature says or does anything stupid. One sec.
For beginners and a breezy adventure for veterans, and a great couch co-op too. So here to bring us the next chapter in Minecraft Dungeons, please welcome Minecraft Dungeons 2 creative director Mons Olsen.
Nope, guess not. Okay, we're just gonna skip through this. Nobody cares. It's fucking Minecraft.
Oh, I love that, Mons. That's
How long does this go on?
So Nathan is going to go upgrade some of his loot at the blacksmith.
Oh, I'm so glad I did not
I love
cover
them.
this.
Oh, so sweet. So this is. Thank you so much for walking us through this Gears of latest. With another world premiere. E-Day drops in Dom. We've got the latest on the campaign and what Gears fans should look out for when Gears of War E-Day drops later this year. But first, let's keep the party going with another world premiere.
Alright, something new.
Know you what it is to behold the world's ending? To know the hour, the blood, the flame? I do.
Odin is waiting in Asgard.
You shall be my final wager. To save the 9 realms.
This reminds me of the YouTube short film, The Saga of Bjorn. If no one has seen it, you need to watch it. It's amazing.
Twist fate with the throw of your dice.
Oh, it's a dice game?
You are the last vanguard against Ragnarok. The defenders of... Huh? Oh, it's hard to do it alone? Then rise in Valhalla. Gather your brethren and fight together.
This honestly does look like it could be a fun game. It's just not my kind of game. I wouldn't end up playing this.
The spawn of Loki. Why?
The Saga of Bjorn. B-J-O-R-N. I think it's Bjorn. Maybe it's Bjork. Maybe it is Bjork. No. Bjork's the singer. It's Bjorn.
Well, it's a big year for Xbox, and we've got a lot going on here at Gamescom. We're celebrating 25 years of gaming, which is apt as we've got 25 games on the show floor here and more than 40 games in this
Nose ring theory
for
gonna
all
strike
you at
again,
home to
boys.
enjoy. We got hands-on gameplay and looks at some of the most iconic franchises in entertainment. And here with me today is Xbox's expert on the next generation of new tech. Now, I think I prefer him by his other title, Master of Beards, none other than Jason. But first, it's time to sharpen your swords and brush up on your knowledge of ancient China. Where Winds Meet, an open-world action RPG, is sporting a new expansion, sure to delight fans everywhere.
So here's the dealio. We got Where Winds Meet. I'll let you guys in the chat decide. So here's what we got. Where Winds Meet, Gears of War, Alien Deathstorm, Persona 4, Tomb Raider, more Exterminats, Mega Man, Terrible Lizards, Forza, Warhammer, Gravehounds, and Fable. Now, obviously, we're doing Fable. Obviously, we're doing Gears of War. Obviously, we're doing Persona. And obviously, we're doing Tomb Raider. And Mega Man. So basically, do you guys want to watch the Where Winds Meet segment? I will let you guys in the chat choose. Do you want to watch the Where Winds Meet segment? Because we're going to watch Gears of War. I'm not jumping to Alien. We're going to watch... Yeah, I was hoping for Spyro as well. I was hoping for more Spyro. We had the reveal at Summer Game Fest. I was hoping for more Spyro. Apparently, no dice. Okay, well, we're going to jump straight to Gears of War, which is right here, it seems like.
That squad looks so fun to come.
Yeah, okay.
And play on the booth.
Yeah, so it kind of starts the first mission. Another squad that we just got to see get released online. A bunch of video and press coverage of that came out, which is a little bit
we can do
larger.
Terrible
That
Lizards. It
goes a
sounded
little bit
interesting to
past
me
what
as
we've got on
well.
the show floor, but everybody here gets to get their hands on it. They get to hang out with the squad and some fun new characters as well.
I actually had a lot of fun this morning watching people like Shadows and Hollow who were playing early. I was like, it looks so good. But all through the background of this mission, we can see a lot of the kind of details of the city of Kelowna. Can you tell us a bit about what people are going to be able to see around the world to kind of really help build that environment?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the first time ever, you're playing a Gears game in a city that is alive.
Yeah.
You know, every other game has been destroyed. Everything's been destroyed.
D-Stock.
That
Fucking chill, dude. You know
really
nothing about this yet.
opportunities and challenges.
Oh, no. There's a fucking female in the game. There's been females in the other games as well.
What was happening in the place.
Right now, you're
happened,
seeing,
and life
like,
just got
Dom.
suspended.
Or
you know,
not
in one
Dom.
shot. So I think fans
Playing
when
on
they
his
play
name.
the
Either
game,
way,
they're gonna be
like,
able to,
let's see what the gameplay is
there's
like.
lots of storytelling, from something simple as a piece of paper on the ground, what's written on it, to what's, there's a meal that someone was eating when the locust came out of the ground, to more complex set pieces where there's a bunch of dead bodies and maybe they got dragged somewhere. So
First of all, the term
I
is
think,
bait and switch, not
it does
switch and
pay to
bait.
slow
And no,
down
it's
just a
not,
little bit,
because
while you're
this is
playing
a
the game and
prequel.
look around
You
and
literally
just
cannot do
really
a bait
take in
and
all the
switch
detail
'cause,
that
in a
we really
prequel.
love
That doesn't
putting
work
into the game.
with the timeline.
You can also see in shots like that where you get glimpses of this whole city, which we built. We built the whole city, which is really cool. And there's this battle going on everywhere, right? So you see helicopters go by, you crisscross with other squads, which is what's happening in this mission. Just this kind of vibe that there's always a battle sort
It
of
looks an
raging
awful
across
lot
the
like
city,
normal
and you're
Gears
just weaving your
gameplay to
way through
me.
it.
Yeah.
I think also one of the things we do have to touch on, and you'll
Oh,
see this
JT
throughout
music's
the gameplay
involved?
you're watching,
I do
it's
love
like
me
a
some JT
constructible
music.
environment. It looks incredible.
Yeah, for sure. Gears has always had destructible cover in it. We've taken it to a few different steps here. You see some larger buildings come down at definite.
Yeah,
at
it looks
different
like Gears of
moments
War
in
to
the
me as
game,
well, Anthony.
Just to make you constantly realize that not only is the immediate area around you, having a battle in it, but the entire city.
Correct, Melt the
whether it's a
Sky.
block
Gears
away,
3
you
did,
can
in
hear
fact, have
gunfire,
female
you see a building
soldiers.
come down. You see a little block of a street go down. It's all happening live as you play the game.
Now, everything we're watching right now is single player, but Gears fans always want to know about co-op.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Hey, yeah, of course. So co-op is near and dear to our hearts. I think it's one of the unique things that Gears has sort of woven into every part of it. You know, our story is about squads overcoming overcoming the odds together. We've got modes like Horde Siege that are about multiple squads of 4 coming together. Of course, we've got PvP, which is 4v4. So campaign's got 4-player online co-op,
amazing,
2-player split screen on console. All 4 players in the
Look at that,
are
split screen.
Playable, all 4 characters.
It's making a
And
comeback.
I
This
think
is the
it's one of
second
those
game
games
we've
that
seen of
plays
this
great on its
showcase
own,
today.
But
that
it
includes
just sort
split
of comes
screen.
to life when you're there with a friend, you know, your ride or die buddy like Marcus and Dom.
Yeah, it depends on how they're written, and you know nothing about how they're written yet because we've seen her in all of like one fucking trailer.
And a bunch of other stuff.
So yeah,
it's a great
you
experience.
can't say
you
that
see it a
shit
few
like you
times,
know
like
it,
you get
D-Stock.
downs, like
I'm not
Dom
even saying
trying
you're
to
wrong.
save
What I'm
you,
saying
stuff
is you're
like that.
talking about it as if
Different
you
kinds
know
of it,
when
right? We
you
have
don't.
The rusher enemy that'll pin you, and he'll be on top of you, so your buddy can come and stab him in the neck. Or if you're playing with someone real, they can shoot him from far away. There's all sorts of examples like that.
Yeah, I'm so excited like to hop on with the rest of the Xbox One team. There's all 4 of us like kind of flying our way through. It's going to be a lot of fun. But one of the other things in what I really like about Gears is there are multiple ways that you can approach scenarios. Like this is a bit more of a linear mission that you've said in the past. But what ways are people going to be able to
I assume that I don't even know what her fucking name is, but maybe Artemis.
Yeah, so this is definitely a little bit more of a linear mission, but even within this mission on this bridge, you know, we've added a bunch of verticality to the game. It opens new flanking routes. You can climb up cars and trucks. And then this mission specifically, the beginning of Act 2, is sort of leads into this other part of Act 2 on the other side of the stadium that you catch a glimpse of in our campaign preview, where the world opens up a little bit.
Okay,
give you
saying
access to, like,
I'm
multiple city
skeptical
blocks.
is totally
There's a bunch
fine.
Of battles, like I said, going on
saying
different corners. You're
Mary
always on your
Sue
main
Gears of
objective.
shit is
And we
a very
also
different
add some
sentiment
new
than
mechanics to
I'm
the campaign.
skeptical.
So we have our weapon
One
mod
is
system that people
far
got to
more
see
retarded than
in
the
Horde
other.
Siege,
Being skeptical
and
is
that
fine.
actually gets introduced as you play through the campaign. You get to find new mods and craft your own weapons and really invest in the gameplay sandbox.
Yeah, now this is actually something I got really excited
I'm
about when I was,
also
like,
very
watching
skeptical
through the
of
gameplay
Persona
earlier
4.
as well,
Patrick, I did a whole last video
what
on
kind
it.
of mods are people going to be able to get their hands on, and how is that going to impact like the weapons that they're using?
Well, it's a variety of mods, and some of them do little
It
tweaks
doesn't
to the
sound
weapons,
cooler.
you know,
It sounds
they
like a
change
12-year-old who's
the
been
clip
watching
size
too many
or,
fucking
your range,
like
so you can just
anti-woke
tweak it to your
videos that
preference,
don't know
but
how to
some of them are, like,
differentiate
full-on
between
attachments, like,
you know
you
the
can-
culture
you can
war
take
and
an Asher
reality.
and slap a bayonet on it.
Yeah, so it's been really fun exploring, you know, when you use an attachment. Some of them have visual representations on the gun.
Patrick, you have not seen my video apparently. Go back and watch my Persona 4 video. It's not the localizers. The Japanese themselves are the ones fucking it up, and they're fucking it up for the entire release, not the localization.
It goes for the gear as well, isn't there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And how are people going to be able to like find those like kind of mods to like upgrade their equipment?
In the campaign, that's where the open sections really sort of come to life. There's a variety of ways you can get it. It pays to explore this game. You know, Arian was talking about there's a ton of environmental storytelling.
Yeah,
but we've also hidden
the
stuff
problem
around
with
the
Persona
world,
4 is not the
collectibles,
localizers.
mods.
The
We also
Japanese
have
are
side
censoring it
objectives
even
in
for
some
their
of our
own
campaign
release.
missions where you can stop
They've
to
said
help
as much
somebody
themselves.
optionally, another
Yeah,
set of gears.
it
some people
released.
that are
The video
trapped,
came out like a
and you
month
get
ago.
rewards
Here,
for
I'll
those as
find it
well.
and link it
So
real quick.
it's really up to you. If you want to mainline it and do the main objectives, that's cool. You'll find some mods. If you want to fully explore the game, you'll find even more narrative tidbits.
I'm really excited for that because you can just spend that extra time discovering the world if you want to.
There's good surprises out there.
I'm looking forward to finding them. Now, we've just had our first look at the Boomer, and that is
so
he
for
is
those
way
curious
bigger
about the
than people may be used to.
Yeah, he's massive.
For those curious
There's
about
actually
the
a Boomer
Persona
on the show
4
floor here.
issues, I just linked my
People are
video.
taking
Watch it when the
pictures
stream
with,
is
and you
over.
stand next to him. So in the game, the Boomer's 9 feet tall. This is quite a bit bigger than the Boomers traditionally
Artemis,
been
you are
in Gears.
incredibly incorrect. You have
This
not been
goes
paying
back to this
attention to the
idea where
last.
we wanted
Here's
to take
I'll just let the gameplay play out. Artemis, you are wrong. The Japanese are not based. They haven't been for years. This has been a thing I've been covering on my channel since at least 2023. All of the infectious nonsense that has been happening in the U.S. since about 2014 reached Japan in the 2020s. Japan is overtly censoring not only things for the West, but for their own audience as well. Female voters and the young demographics in Japan are voting for things like open borders. No, the Japanese art scene, which you know video games are a part of, entertainment scene, are not based.
Gold weapons. We always wanted to see if there was something else we could do. So you know, we've got like the prototype Lancer. We've got the heavy boom shot. Means you're really committing to carrying a rocket launcher.
Yeah, Japan is 10 years behind. Exactly. While we are seemingly on the cusp of healing, Japan is actually going to only get worse for the next several years.
Skill use than the boom shot. You could time where your grenades go. So everything kind of found a new place, and we got to make some cool variations of weapons people have seen before.
I love the breach shot as well. I think that's like
fan favorite.
Yeah.
So my favorite.
Later, Aztec.
Super satisfying.
And the active reloads is popping up on screen there. I just wanted to go through a couple things because there's two features, right? One, it's in a different place than some fans may know, but also bullets are appearing a little bit earlier.
No. Sony's a bad example, D-Stock. Sony is not a Japanese company. They're Japanese in name only. Sony is an American company. Their fucking headquarters is effectively in America. No, instead you look at Capcom, you look at Square Enix, you look at Kadokawa, you look at Toei Animation, you look at Sega, which I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I said I was so excited for Crazy Taxi, but even so, no, you look at the companies that are Japan. You look at Nintendo of Japan, not just Nintendo of America, but Nintendo of Japan. You look at companies that are still first and foremost Japanese companies. And it's yeah, Sony's actually a bad example. There's far better examples. No, Capcom did not move to California. You are incorrect. Capcom has a studio in California, like almost all game companies do. Capcom's headquarters is still in Japan, and all major executive decisions are done in Japan. So you are incorrect. Which makes it worse, because this is all happening in-house in Japan.
Emergence Day, 2/3 of the planet gets wiped out in one night. So
yes, Bandai Namco is a Japanese company.
Pay attention to
Why is Capcom so gay then?
You'll
Because
see
this
little
gay shit is
storytelling
infested
things,
Japan.
a
Literally
bunch
what we're
of
fucking talking about right now. Because this gay shit is infested Japan itself, not just the Western
honestly,
branches
I'm
of the
so
Japanese
excited.
companies.
A big thank you as well for you guys coming and joining us and
Thank
taking
you,
us through.
There's not going to be
Giveaway
any
Day. What's
Cell Blade
one
2
thing
news at
you're most
Gamescom.
excited for
Night
fans
Saber. There's not going to be
to
any
see
Cell
with
Blade Night
Gears
Raid
of War
news at
E-Day?
Gamescom.
Well, you know, we shared a little bit each time here. I'm really excited for people to experience this story. I think this is one of the a great Gears story. It's all the classic vibes and some great new characters and some really emotional Gears moments tied in with all the brutality. I think people are going to love it.
Yeah, honestly, thank you both for coming and joining us. I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And now we are going to head over to Henry for more on Gears of War E-Day, the Gears of War E-Day experience that people have access to here on the Xbox booth.
Well, welcome to the Gears of War E-Day here at Gamescom, where I've actually got artists.
All right, I don't really care about the art direction they're showing off, so we're moving on to what is this?
The responsiveness of
Oh, this is more Gears
It's something
stuff.
we think is very important, especially in a multiplayer environment. We're a very competitive game. You want to make sure that you have your enemy in focus and your reticle over them at all times. We want a nice, smooth frame rate, and we want that ultra-responsive input latency. Customization is a
Let's do it.
Oh, hold on.
All right, Alien
It will
Deathstorm.
come up.
I'm curious about
Here
the
we
Alien
go.
game.
Now, this is the Megastorm in full swing. What are we doing here?
So you play as an engineer who's been called into an off-world colony. The colony's gone dark. There's no signals coming from it. You think you're there to do a repair
Correct
job
that,
to
Darn
help sort
Otaku.
the
Thank
colony
you.
out. And as you explore, you discover that people have gone missing. The situation's getting worse. You're trapped there, and it's a desperate fight for survival. Now, the game balances, like I said, the combat intensity of like a sort of horror.
Why would you say you like that about Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest
just
just did a massive amounts of censorship literally just earlier last year, or later, like late last year.
Fighting to survive at the same time.
Dragon Quest like went hella censored late last year. I did a video on that as well.
Specific choice there. How does that come into play with gameplay?
Well, we wanted to give you a framing that meant that you felt like a sort of an everyman doing your best to survive. So you arrived there with a load of tools.
Kodakami is correct. China won.
Here, to do a bit of percussive maintenance to try and get the place up and running. So instead of doing traditional objectives where you're told exactly what to do, instead we've got a system that we call Squire that you use to kind of diagnose the situation and figure out what's going wrong. So what we can see here is the player exploring around.
Look at that, boys.
testing
No
out
yellow paint.
locations, trying to see what's
No
happening
yellow
and trying
paint.
to
What
piece
a
together
W.
in their head how to tackle the situation in front of them.
I
So
know,
this
old
is
man.
A nuclear reactor that's in the
shipping company I
early
use
stages
used a lot
of
of
meltdown, and
it's
they're going to
about
try
a
and
3-week
diagnose
delay.
what's wrong and try and fix it. So the player has to be observant. They have to engage with the environment, piece together clues that kind of...
Great, I don't care what you can do
them
in
as a
Dragon Quest
detective
12,
figuring
because
out
in Dragon Quest 2 and 3 Remastered, they censored Akira Toriyama's artwork after his death. So that is still massive amounts of censorship. You could say that about 12, I don't care. In 2 and 3 Remake, they censored it.
Players can see on the screen.
Sure. Well, we want to give you lots of...
And I don't care if it's just in the
anticipation
official
before a fight
artwork.
kicks off,
Censorship
because
is
as you're exploring,
censorship.
You know, you're making a load of noise, you're causing a load of mischief, and that's going to attract some attention.
Yeah.
So there's a tracker at the bottom of the screen that gives you pings of nearby movement. It'll get scrambled by radiation and things like that. So it's like a multi-purpose tool to help them explore and understand the situation. So combined with Squire as a way of doing objectives, it makes you feel like you're there to do a job and you've got to like piece together and survive.
And who's the voice that we keep hearing as well?
Yeah, that's Squire.
Yeah, Smelt the Sky, they
giving
did,
you
correct.
Little clues of what to do and how to explore, but never directly tells you exactly what to do. It's kind of
Blaze
like having
King,
Clippy
you
in
haven't
your
missed a whole lot. There's some pretty good stuff. Mostly, what's it called? This Future Game Show was pretty mid, but there were some bangers in there. The Xbox one so far has been kind of mid. We've just been skipping around because it's mostly dev interviews as opposed to trailers. But there has been some good information.
As well, I can hear some of the music making that tension a bit more buildable, and you mentioned some horror scenarios too. How can fans
I agree with you,
of horror
Korakami.
games expect Alien Deathstorm to fit into their spooks and scares like Benny did with from Rebellion?
Well, I think this is one of the most exciting parts of the game because the jump scare that got you there might not happen for another player.
Oh.
It's all tuned around the player's exploration, the player's experiences. So, you know, as you're making a lot of noise and you're exploring, you might be attracting unwanted attention. You get a nice long bit of anticipation before the horrors turn up. But the fights and the encounters
I
will
don't
be
care
different
about
for every
Cinny
single
going
player.
topless.
So it doesn't matter how many times you've gone through it before, you might never be prepared for what's about to happen.
Exactly that.
That's class. Now, look at the objective.
Yeah,
as well,
I have a
right?
girlfriend.
Right
I
now,
don't need
we're
to see my
trying
best friend go
repair and
topless.
Restore power to the reactor. Right. What else is around here? What
No,
other
I
kind of
don't
resource
care
or enemies
how
are we keeping an eye out for?
good their remaster is. If they censor it, you can't say dumb shit like Gears of shit, woke woman, you know, whatever it was that you said, and then give Square Enix a pass because, oh, well, they make good games even if they're censored. This could be a very good game, but you don't like it because the one fucking possibly woke girl boss that we don't even know if that's going to be the case. You're literally speaking out both sides of your mouth and being an absolute hypocrite.
Actually, do I have enough, or should I just go straight for the objective?
It didn't read like a joke, and since I didn't watch the stream, it sounds like a type of joke that Cinny would do. No, I'm A-okay.
There is a range of aliens.
I just couldn't care less about a comment like that about Cinny, if I'm gonna be honest.
The other one's called soldiers, but there's a load more that sort of unlock over the course of the game. But as devs, we don't even know exactly what aliens will be and
What actual players want? Should we support them? I talked
And,
about that in
to defeat these aliens, right?
a
we're gonna need
video
weapons, just like what you've got on the desk. What
a
weapons
couple
are
of
players
days
going
ago.
to have in Alien Deathstorm?
So there's a good range of weapons. You'll only see, I think, 3 of them in this demo.
So in terms of like whether when a game goes or when a company starts to fix things, you in a way you should support them because you need to encourage them to continue to fix other things. But then what happens when they take multiple steps backwards? Like it's a balancing act that you just have to sort of judge based on the company itself. Like Capcom is lost in my opinion, for example. Capcom is a lost cause. Square Enix, in my opinion, is a lost fucking cause. Sega is leading up to be a lost fucking cause. As opposed to you've got Xbox here, which, ironically enough, seems like they're pulling together and doing things right. Asha's coming in, she's firing everybody, she's making the female characters look more attractive, she's forcing Bethesda to get off their ass and do, you know, proper game development. So, you do want to reward good behavior, but you also need to just be vigilant and watch who's doing what, the moves are being made, whether progress is being made, things like that.
does Alien Deathstorm encourage players to venture
Yeah,
off
Microsoft, I literally believe, is on the comeback, which is crazy. They were the last company I thought would be able to do that.
We strongly believe in player freedom, and like part of the fun of it is finding your route through the environment and choosing how to engage with it. So there is that risk-reward, that balance of trying to find those resources and survive, but watching out for threats. So one of the ways that we tackle that is we try and make each environment you explore have a kind of internal logic to it. So this is like a space reactor, and I don't know about you, but I've never been to a space reactor myself. But we try and make sure it's got a kind of, you know, clear signposting, clear exploration, so that. Well, you can
yes, I do think Asha cares, because Xbox is on the verge of death. Asha wants to be the CEO of Microsoft as a whole. Here's the dealio: Asha is thinking long term. Asha knows that Xbox was on the verge of death, like. Unquestionably. There were even rumors it was going to be spun off into its own subsidiary. Asha was brought in as the CEO to fix Xbox. She will never be CEO of Microsoft as a whole if she doesn't fix Xbox. So it is in her best interest in the long-term career-wise to do everything to fix Xbox. So she cares, just not in the... Whether she cares about doing it for gamers or cares about doing it for her career is irrelevant. It's the outcome that matters to me. And nah, Sonic isn't keeping Sega on life support at all, really, Rudo, because Sonic is barely getting any releases. If anything, Yakuza and Persona are. And I hate saying that because Sonic is my favorite IP, that and Resident Evil. But Sonic hasn't had a mainline entry since like 2018 or not 2018, since 2021. Sonic hasn't had a mainline entry in like 5 years. Yakuza has gotten way more than that. Yeah, Yakuza and Persona are doing more than Sonic, in my opinion. Catch you later, Michael.
Weapons that we're using. What else helps make each encounter unique that you're running into? Because you've said a few times that you'd never know.
No, you're good. I was just letting you know.
Yeah, so behind the scenes, as well as the player kind of...
It should, Buffy, or Buff Hunting. The Sonic community should scare you.
Encourage encounters in certain situations to kind of build set pieces a little bit. You know, there's a balance between dynamic and making sure that you'll have those high points. But we absolutely don't know with each time what encounter you're going to hit.
Yeah, Witch Hat Atelier is a
no matter what kind of encounter you
is a psyop New World Order manga meant to soyify Japan and manga fans. Any manga that gets pushed by the United Nations for its diversity, equity, and inclusion needs to be like actively destroyed.
Yeah, so a lot of the fun in the game comes from splitting the player's attention between trying to solve the puzzle of the environment and then having to deal with unpredictable aliens coming from every direction.
Can we get into a little bit as well, like some of the equipment that you have access to? Because we just did a stim there as well.
Speaking of Persona.
Yeah, so
franchise drops next year, so take a
Since
look.
chat's talking about it, let's talk about Persona 4. I was so excited for this game until I wasn't.
Are you getting used to it out here?
There isn't much to do compared to the big city, but there is that certain something you can't get anywhere else.
We bring you more details about the incident in Inaba, a small town shrouded in fog and mystery.
The nicest thing about this town has been the peace and quiet. And now we're gonna be the center of attention.
Police are treating this as part of a serial murder case.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel? On a rainy night, you look into a TV that's turned off. When the clock strikes 12, someone else will appear on screen.
Really? An urban legend. Not even a kid would believe something that.
Artemis, watch the video on it here. After the stream is done, I'll link it again. Watch the video I did on it. D-Stock, he's not stalking you. He's doing his fucking job as a mod. And if you're gonna come in here and act the fool while drunk, he's doing his fucking job.
So, no.
I'm literally about to start P5 with Sevi so she can see it for the first time. I can't fucking wait.
No!
Yes, you can, and so can I. And my opinion is if the man that I made a mod operates in a way that he deems justifiable. If you come in here acting a fool while drunk and he does his mod duties, then that is the correct action. I made him a mod for a reason. Dumbass.
I'm your shadow, and there's nothing about you that I don't know.
I don't believe you.
You're not me!
Doesn't it seem like that world in the TV has to be related to Senpai and Yamano's deaths?
Are you saying people who appear on the TV die?
Nah, Kata, Chad just be wild today and they gotta be put in their place, that's all. No one's canceling your opinion. We time you out when you do dumb shit if you do dumb shit. A timeout is not a fucking ban, dumbass. Now you can bounce for all I couldn't give a fuck. There's 100 other people in here trying to watch the show. But you're acting like a bitch.
先ほどご覧いただいたストーリートレーラーではペルソナ4リバイバルの新たな姿をご紹介しました。本作は静かな地方都市を舞台に連続殺人事件とそこで次第に明らかになっていく隠された真実を追い求める物語です。しかしペルソナ4は単に事件の真相を追うだけの作品ではありません。その根底にあるのは人と人とのつながり、自分自身についての真実を見つけていくこと、そしてそうした絆の中で紡がれていく人間ドラマを描いた物語です。
Someone in town is definitely kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
これらの対比こそがペルソナ4を特別な作品にしています。明るく青春に満ち、思わず笑みがこぼれるような親しみやすさや人との距離の近さを感じたかと思えば、次の瞬間には不穏な空気に包まれることもあります。稲葉の温かな日常があるからこそ事件の謎はより強く心に迫ります。そしてその事件を取り巻く闇が深いからこそ仲間と過ごす何気ない日々がよりかけがえのないものとして感じられるのです。シリーズ未経験の方にとっても本作はペルソナというシリーズを最も象徴的に体験できる作品の一つです。
Now, to be fair, you can make the argument we haven't seen Naoto or Kanji yet because they are later in the game. And they don't want to spoil too much. Like, you can make that argument, but I don't think that's why they're doing it. I'll be real. I don't think that's why they're doing it.
で高校生活を送り、人々との出会い、関係を築きながら、一日一日をどのように過ごすかを選択していく。そして日常の裏側には、テレビの中に広がるもう一つの世界が存在しています。そこで仲間との絆が力となって、自らを支える大きな武器となります。
It goes Yosuke, oh my god, what's her name? I'm blanking on her name. And then Chie. Not Yuffie. Why am I blanking on her name? And then so Kanji is the fourth dungeon.
We know you can push your limits.
日常と非日常を行き来するこの構造はですね、ペルソナシリーズの核となる要素です。そしてペルソナ4ではその体験がさらに深い謎と結びついています。
It's the picture we took the other day with all the other part-timers.
この物語が描いているのは、
Yukiko, thank you,
人が心の奥に隠しているもの、目を背け続けているもの、そしていつか隠し続けることのできなくなった真実と向き合う瞬間です。こうしたテーマこそが今なお多くの方々に愛され続けている理由の一つだと思います。
And there's the line. It's the reason so many people continue to love it to this day. If people continue to love it to this day, then why are you fucking changing it? Why are you making changes to the dialogue, to the characters, if you acknowledge that people love it today? Pathetic.
Let's go.
ペルソナ4リバイバルの開発を始めるにあたって私たちが最も大切にしたことの一つはオリジナル版で多くの方が感じてくれたあの空気感を守ることでした。静かな田舎町稲葉の佇まい、仲間たちとの何気ない会話が紡ぐ穏やかな日常。
Alright, here's a shot of Kanji. I mean, again, I'm worried about what they're going to do to Kanji's dialogue, not his looks, but at least we've seen him.
そして少しずつ真相へ
I
迫
don't
って
know
い
if
く
they
ミ
censored
ス
the
テリ
third
ー
remake
ら
or
し
not.
い
I
緊張
didn't
感
play. I haven't played the third
そうし
remake
た
yet.
要素こそがペルソナ4の核となるものですだから
Oh,
こ
is
そ
Chie
私たち
second,
は
then Yukiko? Okay,
その
I
魅
flipped
力
in
の
my
星
head.
を大
Either
切
way,
に
point
受け
is
継ぎ
Kanji's fourth. Kanji's fourth. It's Yosuke, then Chie, then Yukiko. Okay.
だから
What does he say? Well, it's not about what he says. So Kanji is he's a straight character. Like he is 100% straight. But he has very feminine interests. So things like sewing, making dolls, things like that. And there's a character that he like sort of crushes on throughout the game that is a girl, but you don't know it's a girl until the reveal, even though it alludes to it multiple times. And so he's like, oh my god, finally, thank god that Naoto is a girl. Because he did not want to be attracted to a dude. So he's got very feminine interests, and there's a character that I'm worried they're going to make him gay and the character Naoto trans, is basically what it boils down to.
現代の技術や表現によって当時感じていただいた体
Yeah,
験を
exactly.
もう一
Naoto
度
literally has a
味わ
line in the game that says, I can never go from a girl to a man. Correct.
っていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に再構築しました同時に本作は単なるリマスターではなく完全なリメイク作品ですリマスターがオリジナルの魅力をそのまま現代に届けるものだとすればリメイクはその魅力を受け継ぎながら現代のプレイヤーにふさわしい体験として新たに蘇らせるものと言えるでしょう私たちが目指したのはペルソナ4ならではの魅力を大切に守りながら現代のペルソナシリーズが持つ表現力や遊びやすさによって本作を新たに蘇らせることでしたそのため、ゲームプレイそのものも現代のプレイヤーに合わせて進化させていますユーザーインターフェースの改善やバトルテンポの最適化ダンジョン探索の快適性向上などゲーム全体をよりスムーズ
I'm
で
okay with the
遊び
UI
や
improvements. The UI improvements look more like Persona 5, which does have the best UI. Actually, might have the best UI in gaming history.
安いものへと磨き上げました初めて稲葉を訪れる人にも久しぶりにこの街へ帰ってくる人にも自然とこの世界に引っ込まれるような体験をお届けしたいと考えていますまたキャラクター表現にも徹底的にこだわりましたペルソナ4においてドラマチックなシーンだけでなく仲間たちと過ごす何気ない日常も非常に重要な要素仲間同士のたわいない会話少し気まずさを感じるやりとりそして突然訪れ
I know
る
people love 4, and I love 4. 4 is amazing. But man, 5 is just that game. It is. It's such a normie opinion. Don't care. 5 is just that game, son.
緊張や恐怖そうしたさまざまな感情の移り変わりをより自然により身近に感じていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に表現しています
Are you sure about this?
I don't know. But all we can do is trust our instincts at this point.
さらにカメラワークや演出にも細かな
5
調
is
整
even better than 4, Lessus. There's an argument amongst fans which one's better, 4 or 5. They are the best two for sure. I would say 5 is better than 4. I think that 5 is the best JRPG in probably the last 15 years. Like not just the best Persona thing. I think Persona 5 is the best JRPG of the last 15 years. And it's probably one of the top 5 JRPGs of all time.
手を加え何気ない日常のワンシーンであっても登場人物たちの感情がより豊かに伝わるように磨き上げましたペルソナ4ならではの温かな人間ドラマを大切にしながらキャラクターたちをこれまで以上に身近に感じていただける作品へと生まれ変わっています
So, Evan, I'm going to counter you on this a little bit. I prefer your party members in 4, but I prefer the confidants in 5. So the main NPCs, for those of you that don't know, if you've never played Persona, there's two types of NPCs. There's your party members, and then there's the main NPCs that affect the story and affect everything, but are not ever part of your party. 5 has better confidants, 4 has better actual party members. Although Ryuji, my boy, Ryuji is the best party member in any in any Persona game ever.
You're me, and I'm you. When you get down to it, All of this is me.
ペルソナシリーズにおいて音楽は単なる BGM ではありません。作品の空気感を生み出し、物語を彩り、
5 is the best for
プレイ
newbies,
ヤーの
honey.
皆さんの記憶に
5
残
is the best for
り、ペルソナを
newbies.
語る上で欠かせない存在です。中でもペルソナ4は音楽も多くの皆さんに愛されてきました。だからこそその魅力を損なうことなく、オリジナル版への敬意を大切にしながらサウンド制作に取り組みました。
Well, the thing is, if you start with P3, they asked, but the question specifically was which is best for newbies. From just the standpoint of the mechanics, it's gonna be the 5th. Now, if you're willing to take some more punishing older mechanics, then yeah, start with 3. The original, not the remake from what I'm hearing. But like just mechanically speaking for newbies, the 5th one's the best to start with. I was answering Souls on.
原作楽曲の魅力を受け継ぎながら、ボーカル曲やバトル曲をはじめ、全楽曲を現代の表現に合わせて丁寧にリファインしています。さらに本作のために数多くの新曲も制作しました。
If you're talking about the Doctor in 5, she is my go-to romance option. I romance her almost every time. We're at Persona 1. 1 and 2 are not Persona games. I mean, they are in name only, but they are basically just slightly easier Shin Megami Tensei games. Persona didn't really find its footing as Persona until the 3rd game, because Persona started as a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei. Persona 1 and 2 are good. They're just not really Persona games as we know them. They're more like Shin Megami Tensei.
で、ペルソナ4リバイバルについてご紹介してきましたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。今後さらに多くの情報をお届けできることを我々ペルソナチーム一同楽しみにしています。最後になりますが、本作がペルソナシリーズを初めて遊ぶ方には日常と非日常が交錯するペルソナならではの魅力を余すことなく体験していただけると思っています。
I prefer Persona over SMT, but I like SMT Future Ambient. I also have way more experience with Persona than I do SMT.
この街にですね、まだまだ新たな発見や驚きが待っていることを感じていただけるはずです。ぜひペルソナ4リバイバルで霧に隠されたその真実を確かめてみてください。
Almost everyone, Melfa Sky. The teacher is the most common romance option in Persona 5. We're starting with 5. We're starting with the sequel to this one, Sev. And we might start tonight for all I know. So yeah, all in all, I want to see how bad the censorship in the game is. I do. I want to see what they do with the dialogue, what they do with the characters. I'm very upset at the game as is, if what we're hearing is true. But we're also still light on information. It was one interview that a lot of people are saying was mistranslated. We will see. But 5 Royal, specifically 5 Royal. But yeah, I'm very, very tepid about the remake of 4 at this point.
We take a wee look and see what it's all about then, what you guys have been up to.
We will allow it.
All right, Tomb Raider, baby. This game looks so fucking great.
Oh, so
Legacy of Atlantis looks awesome.
Yeah, you see that familiar silhouette come into the light, and you just instantly get the hairs on the back of your neck standing up.
I mean, speaking about hairs on your neck, this looks absolutely incredible. Arik, talk to us about, well done, and congratulations to you, the whole team.
Yeah, it's the team's work, but what we're trying to do is being authentic to the place that we are bringing people in, because basically Lara Croft is archaeologist, so the places she discovers and she explores, they need to be real. So in this example, we dive deep into
P3 is good. I highly recommend P3. It's just, it was the very first Persona game on PS2, and there's been remasters of it and stuff, and you can get the remasters on Steam. It's just, it will feel dated, but if you don't have an issue with that, then yeah, I highly recommend P3.
Architectures in Peru and also the plants and everything. with the idea of bringing back the original feeling.
How is day 2? So the Xbox Showcase has been pretty lackluster, and Future Game Fest was mid, but there were some high highs. There were some high highs for Future Game Fest, but it was mostly pretty mid.
We've been authentic to the Peruvian culture, but also we bring, it's a game, so we want to make it fun and beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, when we dove into it, we're like, okay, the cog puzzle is such an iconic part of that game. I'm gonna say iconic a lot because we are dealing.
I have
with an
noticed
icon.
they've been interviewing a whole lot of white dudes. I'm pretty sure every interview they've done so far has been white dudes. That's a good step.
Yeah.
So, but let's say they're memorable water cooler moments that people remember so well. But in a modern gaming sense, like we have an ability to create a higher believability sense of immersion. And so when we really kind of step back and we look at it for what it is and how we try to make the gameplay feel naturally seated and believable in the world, but just slightly out of place, like why does this exist?
Yeah.
It sparks a feeling of curiosity. And curiosity combined with exploration is like what Tomb Raider is at a core. And so we get it on screen and we hopefully make people happy with it.
Yeah, but also when you look on the cock puzzle,
yeah, I'm with you, Sev. I think this looks so good.
So we created a whole narration around it. Like we created this culture that has this ceremony of bringing the cocks together to open the gate to Tomb of Qualopec. So it was really fun to just build the whole structures and logic and the whole system, why it would be there and how it worked.
I love that.
Like here's a perfect example of curiosity on display. Like Lara gets a beautiful pencil dive into the water after dislodging the roots.
But 10 all round, by the way.
Huh, base, Sevi.
Awesome.
Oh my God, were you listening earlier when I was saying that you were just gonna murder Hobo that game? Fuck you.
And I see something out of the corner of my eye. The player drives in and they come into this new space. You may have never missed this unless you took, or you may never seen it if you had not taken a chance to actually.
Yeah, the fact that Lara still moves like Lara is what matters.
Speaking about looking around, is there maybe particular details that you guys are really proud of, or that you want players to really notice in the environment of the game?
From an environment perspective, for me, was the most important. I want people to immerse in a game, and I don't want to break this immersion, so I wanted to build everything with the logic. So everything, all the mechanisms, all the puzzles, they need to be there for a reason. And me and our team, like, we really worked really hard to make sure that every single puzzle, every single obstacle that Lara meets.
Yes, I agree. It looks less like a movie game, future
ambient.
ambient.
The environment, into the world that we are playing, is there because I want to build it, not because the game requires it to.
And we don't want the environment to feel like it's a heritage site. I mean, we're in the wild. This is a lost city, lost to time that we are discovering. And as a result, we have the opportunity to kind of do some storytelling tricks where we can actually say, hey, this is a culture that evolved in isolation for a while. So how do you preserve what we know about Incan culture, but at the same time...
Yes, Les, this is a remake of the original. And normally I'm very against remake culture because remake is usually actually a complete reimagining, like what they did with Final Fantasy and the Resident Evils. But this looks like an actual remake. It's the same game with some updated quality of life, better visuals, the whole nine, but everything else seems intact. So this is how remakes, if that's what it ends up being, how remakes should be done.
Very long time, because that's what she does, and we want to make sure that that's how it feels as well.
Yeah, and Lara's she's not a delicate flower. She looks good, but she is going to get her hands dirty. She's going to dig in.
Heck yeah.
She's going to go anywhere.
And the model for Lara looks good.
Similar to how she's doing here. She's like, I need that cog to get that puzzle moving. I found one, but that has opened up the path to somewhere else. So curiosity is driving her. You're going to be along helping her find that way, and we get into beautiful traversal.
When they said delicate flower, I assume they meant like her body type is petite, which it is.
Abilities, her athleticism is on full display in these moments.
She's at her peak.
And yep, I feel you, Alessis. I also miss tank controls.
Love that. Now, the puzzles, like you mentioned, they are such an iconic part of Tomb Raider for me as well. There's so many that I remember from Greece, Egypt, all of the levels.
Later, go carry on.
Can you go a little bit deeper about how you've evolved them for Legacy of Atlantis?
Similar to when we talked about reimagining, it's about saying, hey.
Yeah, and I mean, it should. It's a remake of the PS1 game. It should remind you of the PS1 model.
And if that intent is something that we are like, hey, that's a really strong guiding principle, how do we take that and make it the ultimate version of what it intends to be? Sometimes that means sticking very close to the formula. Sometimes it means deviating into another area. But we
Yeah,
do so
I
in a way
covered it,
that's very
honey. It
thoughtful
was
and very
atrocious.
because we never want to make it feel like we're ignoring the history of this adventure that we're reimagining. We want it to feel like it's the re-debut.
What a good sentence. Hold on. Listen to that.
Adding new details like giving her gear items that allow her to extract. And so adding ignoring the history of this variable. Sometimes it means deviating into another area, but we do so in a way that's very thoughtful and very precise because we never want to make it feel like we're ignoring the history of this adventure that we're reimagining. We want it to feel like it's the re-debut.
Now, I know you said the word reimagining. I think that's just because these people don't know the difference between a reimagining and a remake, but like not ignoring the history, a re-debut of this classic. That is good language minus the term reimagining.
This game. And so adding new details like giving her gear items that allow her to extract more lore from the world, preserving some of those classic abilities like push-pull, traversal being fluid and dynamic. We'll get into combat a little bit later, but these are all just Tomb Raider things at the core.
Amazing.
Yeah, but just going back to the scanner thing, like you can use the scanner
exactly.
if you have fun and just want
Matt,
to, like Jeff said,
it seems like it's actually respectful to the lore.
Find out more, but you can also use the scanner as a clue to the puzzles.
Yes, Lessus. In the very first trailer that this game ever had, it showed off the T-Rex.
And that's us trying to be sensitive to the players because there are those that want to have this full breadth of systems.
Yeah,
but
Catalyst is the new one, correct. Like, even Catalyst might not be bad if they follow this same level of care.
Yeah, I love that. Giving players way more choice and following their lead as well. That's so cool. It sounds like you guys have done a lot of research as well and really respected a lot of the environments that you're talking about in real life, as well as creating a more fantasy realm for Lara to explore. That sounds sick.
I mean, the research is a massive part of what we've been doing because the cultures that we've been working on recently is you know, Incans, ancient Greece, Egypt, and we want to be respectful to those cultures and to the history that they had, and also for the players to feel like they are actually archaeologists, not just playing the game. So that's why we've done so much.
I don't know about
And
that
when
yet,
we decided to
Patrick,
partner
but you
with
better
the
be
mods
able
on
to.
this game, you know, co-develop it together. We knew that they were also fans of the game. I think Maddie is actually one of the designers on the yeah. So like we've got a designer on the team who literally used to make Tomb Raider levels for fun.
I don't know if this was intentional, but hold on. That was hilarious.
We're also fans of the game. I think Maddie is actually one of the designers on the
He said Maddie, and it's like this guy's like, that could sound gender neutral. Matthew, yes, Matthew. We are talking about a man.
So like we've got a designer on the team who literally used to make Tomb Raider levels for fun.
Yeah.
And he's really well known in the community. So these are real fans that are making the game.
Wow.
But at the same time, we're also, you know, we have a luxury of very talented developers who ask the right questions, who push in the right places to make sure we get really cool stuff that's fun to play on screen. And watching this whole process unfold over the last few years has just been a treat as a developer.
I bet. That's so special. That's so cool. What we're seeing here is Lara movement in full action there. She's got a lot of swagger. Like I said, she's got steez looking. Can you talk to me a little bit about some of the innovations that
All right, let's see if they do a combat section. Hold on a sec. I want to see a combat section because this is all stuff we've seen. Let's see. Let's move forward here. Hold on, that looked new. Yeah, because they're replaying the same gameplay on loop while they're talking. I would like to see a combat section.
I think.
But we got to do it with style.
Yes.
That was classic. That was classic.
That's so sick.
You know,
she's so cool.
Early stages of the project, we were like, hey, you know, if we're really going to do this, we want to represent Lara in a way that she's fully recognizable. And part of that is the acrobatics. Lara without the acrobatics is still cool Lara, but not classic Lara. And here, they're on full display, but what I hope people appreciate is that there's more grounding, more believability to it in how she moves. She's still having fun, but...
It's synonymous to her, but yeah. Like you mentioned, the more grounded when she was kicking the cog puzzle, that looked sick. It was so cool, but yeah.
Those little interactive moments add a sense of cinematic spectacle time to time, which is nice. allows the game to still feel
Hey,
like
there's
a
our
summer battle.
dinos, baby.
Yeah. And speaking of,
There we go.
hello, who are these guys? Hello. The raptor design looks really cool, Arik, as well.
Brilliant, thank you.
I love the addition of the feathers.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to keep the red color, you know, which you remember from the original one. But obviously, our knowledge about the dinosaurs evolved so much since 1996. So we wanted, and like with everything in this game, we want to add.
There it is. Look at
what's
that.
been done already. So we kept the color. We add our own silhouette designs, and we added the feathers to make it unique for the legacy of Atlantis.
Nice.
And their combat has been like dramatically overhauled. They're no longer just charging at you and just taking bullets. They're thinking, they're evading. You have the ability to use the health reticle when an aim down sight to be able to kind of assess where
Butter
they're
Raven
at, so
Gold
you can
is a
target your shots.
reimagining because
And with
they
Lara's
didn't
combat-
remake the game. They are reimagining the story, the characters. It is all brand new. Whether it's an alternate dimension is irrelevant. It is a reimagining.
Of seeing the axe make a little appearance. Utility gear for the win. But
This
when
is a
she's actually
remake.
in combat, she's got a loop of, you know, assessing the situation, responding, and then moving to make sure she can then reassess. And that's Lara's always in motion. Her combat is fluid, it's organic, but at the same time, it helps her kind of overcome challenges and get the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to keep moving all the time. It's like a dance for them.
Yeah.
Sick.
And
What
you
years
can
the game's
see,
set in? I have
little
no
blue dot
idea.
on the bottom, which enables you to go into the focus mode, which slows down time, which is one of my favorite features in our game.
For sure.
Yeah, when that fills up, she can go into hyper focus, slow down time, and really pull off those precision shots.
Whether I
But
like
if
them
you're
or
gonna
not is
do that,
irrelevant.
like, give her
Dinosaurs
some
had
style when
feathers.
she does it.
Absolutely.
Let those acrobatics shine.
And there's our T-Rex boy. Time to run.
Yay! Oh my gosh. What was it like reimagining such an iconic boss fight here as well as the other ones in Atlantis? How was that?
From our perspective, it was just an honor to work on a T-Rex, but like we've worked for such a long time to just make sure it's perfect from our perspective, and we were trying to be respectful to the OG one. You know, the moment when she's coming out like throughout the corner and you see the T-Rex. We couldn't do exactly this, but we wanted to have the same emotions when people see her for the first time, and then just working on a design, it was such a blast.
Yeah. And when you see her, it's like she still has some of those classic DNAs. She's got that beautiful green with that yellow pockets under her eyes. But we've also got some added elements in the feathers that also provide a little bit more of a reason of, she's in a geothermal valley. I mean, she's going to have a little bit of plumage that feels like it matches that environment, and it just gives her this really recognizable signature look.
I just love that we added those red feathers because there's so many versions of the T-Rex, you know, in all the media.
Yeah, I'm
and
telling you, this
those
looks
red
good. This is how you
feathering
do
on
a
the top of
remake.
these green and yellow eyes, for me, it's like beautiful.
And like chocolate and peanut butter, it's just great getting these two back together again and seeing it like never presented before. So
T-Rexes love Lara. I
Oh.
love that as well. With the T-Rex and again other iconic bosses, what are you guys hoping that resonates with players, or what are you hoping that the experience from them coming across?
yeah, no, we can take it or leave it. No, I'm kidding. We absolutely want people to be engaged. We want them to be pulled in. We want them
to have fun.
Yeah, we want them to feel like they're being put onto a cinematic thrill ride when we are ready to do that. But we also want them to feel like when we're not in that moment, they get to ramp down, explore, enjoy what we put out there for them to
Yeah,
explore.
but it's also so much fun to, you know, recreate, like reimagine these things with the
Catch you
technology
later,
that
honey.
we have now. And we can build a lore on the top of it with so much more
Yes, we were talking
narration.
about you,
It's
T-Rex.
just so much fun to work on it. And hopefully people will feel it when they play it.
Yeah, I cannot wait to play it as well. Guys, I'm really honored about speaking to you, seeing all of that footage. So thank you so much for joining us. Can we go check out the booth here
Yeah,
at
please
Gamescom
do.
as well? I want to
Let's
see
do
that
it.
big T-Rex. Okay, let's do it. Guys, thank you so much again. Check out Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis when it launches on Xbox Series X and S on February 12th, 2027, 2 days before Lara's birthday, isn't it? And it's Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy it once and play it across Xbox console and Windows PC. Pre-order now. Plus, if you pre-order
Well,
the
all right,
deluxe
we got that.
Start Xbox 6,
All right.
full demo that they're featuring right here in the Fable Theater on the show
Don't
floor.
care about Exterminats. We covered that
today
a
we're
lot.
playing from the
we
Gamescom
are
book
going
we
to check out
have.
Mega Man
Please
now.
welcome game producer Hiroyuki Minamatani and game director Shinya Ikuta.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi.
Welcome. Now, we're going to hop straight into some gameplay.
ガール以外のステージは、伏せられています。でもう本来は、全ての8体のボスから1体を選んで好きなステージを選んで、攻略するのがロックマンらしさであります。
Okay, today we'll be playing from the Gamescom build that we have here, so we only have one stage available. When the full game comes out, you'll be able to choose from 8 different stages.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much, Dog. So we've got Twinkle Girl as well, which I know is one of the new robot masters.
で、Twinkle Girl は新ボスっていう認識で正しいです。
あ、そうです。
Yes, she is a new boss for this game.
じゃあ早速選んでみましょうか。
All right, let's get started.
はい。
So, can you tell us a little bit about the 3 stages that we have, which is new?
はい、で、ステージ3つのエリアがあることについて少し説明していただけます？
はい、今回は3ステージ構成になってて、
This looks like a great way to update Mega
だんだん
Man.
難しくなっていきます。で、最後にボスが
3 stages per 8.
All right, so every stage in the game will have 3 separate areas, and as you progress through each of them, they'll become more and more
36
difficult.
levels
The
effectively.
robot master for
Sick.
each of those stages will be waiting for you in the 3rd area.
Okay, amazing. Should we hop in and see what we have on offer?
じゃあ始めましょうか。
I did not know that neck pattern.
では最初のステージを選んでいきます。はい。
All right, we're gonna head and get started.
Okay, amazing. So we've got 3 chips here. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what this feature is?
で、そのチップについて少しでも説明していただけます？
はい。チップをセットすることでロックマンを強化することができるんですけども、今回は3種類のチップセットを用意しました。
Okay, Mega Man is able to equip a variety of chips throughout the game that'll add a variety of abilities to him. For the Gamescom show floor demo, we have 3 chips available to players.
Okay, amazing. And what's the first one that we're going to use?
で、今日最初に使うのはどちらでしょうか？
一番上の、防御スタイルの、チップセットを選びます。
All right, so first we're going to be using one that's a little bit more of a defensive chip.
Okay, nice. Let's see it in action.
はい、じゃあ。
Let's start.
I also like the X games better than the originals, but I mean, I like both.
製品版ではユーザーが組み合わせて使うことができます。
All right, so for the Gamescom demo, we only have 3 chips available. Once the full game comes out, players will have a very wide variety of chips to be able to use for a variety of skills.
Oh, amazing. Oh, we can see it here right there.
Yeah.
So it's going to help block those abilities, right?
で、そのシールを使うときには、攻撃にダメージ受けないようにするんですよね。
そうです。はい。
Yeah, that's correct. It'll
はい
reduce
yeah.
damage.
Okay, amazing.
で、バリア自体はいつでも解除できます。
All right, so with the shield itself, you can actually turn it off at any point in time too.
So I'm guessing that's going to create a skill curve for players.
まあ多分、プレイヤーにとってはそのシールの使い方はやっぱり戦略が必要ですよね。
はい、そうです。
Yeah, so some strategy will be involved, of course, in the use of the shield.
Amazing. Also, so to point out is like when damaging the enemies, we're seeing a lot of
Yeah.
that like graphical effects to those, aren't we?
やっぱり敵にはダメージを与えるときにはその傷がついたりマ
そうです
ークがつきますよね。
はい。だんだん黒くなっていくというか、ちょっと焦げが発生して、はい、ダメージ表現が分かりやすくなっています。
Yeah, so with each enemy, as you damage them more and more, you'll start to see them kind of develop damage and scars and that sort of thing. And as they become darker, it's clear that they're getting closer to being killed.
Okay, amazing.
It bothers me you skipped the power up.
We're noticing a lot of familiar enemies from that people recognize from the previous games. Right, can you tell us a little bit about that and how you balanced it in this game?
はい、ステージが進行につれて、馴染みの
Bro, get the bolt back there, motherfucker!
そのバランスを取るにはどのようにやって取り組んでいます？
そうですね。やっぱ懐かしい敵っていうのは、出すとやっぱファンの人はすごく喜んでくれますし、結構なんていうんですかね、配置の位置でかなり攻略が難しくなるような敵もすごくたくさんいるんで、それをバランスよくセットするのが、大事だと思ってます。
Mini
Yeah,
bosses.
so when it comes to enemies, of course, having a bit of a familiar face allows fans to have a little bit of nostalgia with the gameplay, and then introducing new enemies and whatnot will add a different level of challenge to it. So it's a good opportunity for fans to really kind of have that love of the series and some new stuff to experience and bring some challenges to the game.
It looks pretty generous with
checkpoints.
checkpoints.
About with new things about the game, the dual override system. Can you tell us a little bit about that in the top left corner?
はい、で新規要素について話してるんだけど、オーバーライドについての説明少しでもいただけます？
はい、わかりました。ではまず実際に使ってみますね。ちょっとお待ちくださいね。
All right, we'll use it in just a second.
すでに今の時点でオーバーライドゲージは溜まってます。
All right, so at present, the override gauge is still building up.
敵を倒したり、ダメージを受けたり、いろいろな、能動的な行動でゲージが溜まっていきます。
And the override gauge will build up in a variety of ways, taking damage, damaging enemies, and whatnot.
How many times can you? Oh, here we go.
ではオーバーライドをして強化した状態でかっこよく敵を倒したいと思います。
All right, so once the override is activated, you'll actually become more powerful, and you'll be able to unleash
That
some really
was
cool looking
awesome.
attacks, like we've seen here.
That was fucking cool.
Destroyed. Amazing, and that's our first level stage complete.
はい、でそれエリア1完成ですね。
あ、そうです。
Yes.
Amazing.
I think a lot of this is pretty much all going to be what we expect. So I'm going to go ahead and skip forward for Mega Man. Let's watch this dual override one more time.
Okay.
Activating that override.
じゃあオーバーライド発動ですね。
これでなんとか倒したいですが。
So close.
Oh no, is he gonna make it? Oh no, even the death failed, bro!
あまり最後まで見せちゃうとね、ちょっとユーザーの楽しみもなくなるので、次のステージに移りたい。
Alright, so for the sake of the fans, let's move on to the third area and show that a little bit too.
Okay, Yo, he's rage quitting and moving to the third area. That's fucking funny. Yeah, we don't need to see much more of that. Mega Man's gonna be fucking great. Alright, is this
Xbox very soon?
Thank
Thank you so much. But
let's see Twinkle Girl. Alright, we'll see Twinkle Girl.
にとって何かアドバイスあります？
ロックマンは特殊武器を使うと
Bro, her health bar is insane.
与えることができるので、このボスも特殊武器が効くようになってますので。
So yeah, Mega Man again will have access to a variety of special weapons. Using those special weapons against robot masters will actually have some pretty extra effects on them. So we recommend picking those up and using those as well.
This fight looks so hard against Twinkle Girl.
やっぱり Twinkle Girl 戦は難しく見えるんですけど。
めちゃくちゃ難しいんで、僕はもう喋れませんね。
It is pretty tough. So Ikuta-san's gonna stop talking because it is pretty tough.
はい。難しいですけど攻撃パターンを見極めれば。
She about to go special as well.
つまらなくなるので、はい、ここでやめときます。
Yeah, so of course Twinkle Girl's attack patterns and whatnot are pretty tough. We don't want to give away the strategy of how to defeat her entirely.
Oh, these chintzy motherfuckers.
Xbox very is and showing off some Xbox booth. We're getting nostalgic and celebrating 25 years and showing off some sweet new wheels coming to Forza Horizon 6. But first, a special update on first-person horror platformer coming to Xbox very soon.
Come on down today. Your Jurassic journey awaits.
Hello? Anyone here?
Sorry, kid, what was your name?
Jordan.
I'm Stella. I need you to find Dalton.
Oh no, this isn't good.
You see, we've come across this material with some sort of organic properties.
I should have stopped long time ago.
This is my first documented sighting of...
Is that like a necrosaur? Bro, we got a dead dino?
Something took him. It took everyone. There's not a soul here.
How many of these things are there?
There are other areas that can get you back to the surface, but you gotta go deeper. Suppose the only way out is through.
Don't look back! This operation must be contained.
Dude, this looks fucking awesome.
I'll find him, Stella. I will.
Terrible lizards. Hold on. Alright. Obviously, so this is PC. This comes to Steam, right? Hold on. I gotta see if this is wishlistable. It is. You can wishlist Terrible Lizards right now, baby. But this looked awesome. Look in the dino's mouth. Looks like a mouth to me. Yeah, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Hey, what up, Jazz? How you doing, homie? Yeah, this looks great. I'm down. All right, so that was all we had. That don't care about Forza, and it looks like that might be. Oh, they'll probably end with Fable. We'll watch the Fable stuff, and that'll be that. Okay, so we'll watch the Fable stuff, and that will probably be the end of it.
I haven't been over to the theatre experience.
Let's go through it.
Sounds good. Now, set the scene for us. What can we expect to see from the demo?
So, we are going big
for Fable this week at Gamescom. We have actually got not one but 2 demos that we're showing here today.
Anything
but the
cool
one
drop? That game that we just looked at, Terrible Lizards, is kind of the first super cool thing on Xbox I'm not familiar with. Mega Man looked great. At Future Games Fest earlier, there were some cool things. It was mostly mid, but there were some cool things. The ones that stuck out to me that were shown at Future Games Fest were... Give me a sec. Ritual Tides, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, The Last Ditch Effort, Nail Crown, Guns of Eschaton, Arizona Sunshine, Sword Sage Awakening, Greek 2 Alliance of Storms, A Short Quest, and what was it called? Dionymos or Dioxide. Those are all the ones that stuck out to me from Future Game Fest.
we're looking at right now.
Oh yeah, Singing
City
City 2 as well, but Singing City 2 I've had my eye on for a while.
Right here on the Xbox booth, which is a segment from a relatively early quest in the game, and we are bringing together all the disparate bits of Fable that we've been teasing people about for what seems like years now. Right, you're going to see cinematics, you're going to see story, you're going to see choices and consequences, you're going to see combat. That's another big thing that we're talking about here this week and giving some folks hands-on with at Gamescom. And it is all set against the backdrop of the magnificent capital city of Bowerstone.
Did you already catch the Fable stuff, Seb? Well, this is all new to me, so...
Arriving in Bowerstone, not quite for the first time, but certainly early in the game, and taking in its sights.
Oh, blimey, governor. It looks absolutely delicious. Now, you mentioned we're here at Bowerstone. Talk to us a little bit about maybe this city as well as some of the other ones and how they'll play a role on how the villagers interact or how our character navigates through them.
Absolutely. So Bowerstone...
Yeah, I'm expecting nothing from this game as well, Lessus, mind you. I'm expecting nothing from this game.
I think there are some 400 of those 1,000 handcrafted NPCs we've talked about before living right here in the city. 130.
I like the first 3 Fable games. This one I don't think is going to be good.
I think there's about 40 businesses you can buy as well.
Oh my gosh.
So tons and tons to see and do and purchase and get involved with. And obviously that living population is really the sort of beating heart of our game. It's like a Greek chorus that reflects the things you do back at you. And it's all about our reputation system. So the things you do build reputation, and these people will absolutely let you know what they think about the things you've done.
Yeah, Philip just
Handcrafted
there.
NPCs, he means they don't repeat. It's got like, this game has like 1,100 unique NPCs or something.
And off again, classic.
They are not backwards and coming forwards when it's about telling you what they think about the things you've done. They are very opinionated indeed.
Wow.
This guy is actually my husband. That's Elliot. So Hello,
Elliot.
I have been to Bowerstone before, and we got married. This is where we live. This is a house. All the buildings in the city, and indeed the game, you can go inside. They all have fully realized interiors, the design, the level of detail. It's just
this
incredible.
Does not prove that at all, Poker Race. This game has been in development for like 7 years. From the dark times of Xbox. This proves literally nothing. You were incorrect. You don't know how timelines work.
We live here, Elliot and I, with our daughter Daisy, who's just round the corner here.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to leave our father to deal with that question.
Probably. That's easier. The interior is absolutely gorgeous, Ralph.
Yeah, incredible work from our artists, incredible work from our technicians. A really, really beautiful game, and very varied within Bowerstone. We're going to see a variety of different parts of the city, which will all reflect the different statuses of the people who live here.
Gorgeous. Wow. So whereabouts are we headed off to? What is our hero up to on this journey?
Great. Well, quick story recap. What has brought us here is obviously that terrible event that happened at the start of the game. You'll remember from Dev Direct, I hope that your village was turned to stone, including your grandma. Very sad. You grew up.
I agree. The art style is very generic.
left the village, and you're
I
now
don't think it's
looking
going out of
for
her way
the
to not show her face, guys. Most gameplay, you play from behind the character. I bet we're about to see her face right here. Like, they're not going out of her way to not show her face. That's incredibly conspiratorial minded. It's just when you play a game, you usually see the back of the character.
help of the legendary heroes of the Heroes Guild, because Grandma said that if you're ever
Oh,
in
okay.
trouble,
Well, there are
that's
people
where
that
you
would
should go
unironically
to get
think
some
that, like probably D-Stock, for example.
help. We couldn't quite get into the Heroes Guild earlier. We went and got a key from our brother Connor, and now we have used that key to access the Heroes Guild. We're looking for Humphrey the Golden, who you might remember from a trailer we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
We believe he's the guy that can help us save our grandma and our
See, there
village.
we
And
go.
we're
We
about
got a
to
shot of her face.
go.
Damn it.
Golden, who you might remember from a trailer we did a couple of years.
Notable improvement in my opinion. Notable improvement in my opinion. Still not exactly a hottie with a body, but that is definitely better.
Years ago.
Yeah.
We believe he's the guy that can help us save our grandma and our village, and we're about to meet him right now.
Let's find out. Poor grandma.
Indeed.
Again, the interior looks amazing. I love the artwork on the left.
Saying to drop it right off for taxes is not as easy as it sounds. Yes, movie companies have done that. Some gaming companies have done that, but that's not as... Once you invested 7 years into it, that is not financially viable, especially not with the position Xbox is in now. Now, here's where we're going to find out how bad the writing is.
Mother? Can I get a large beer, please? Thank you.
A large beer. Right. This will do.
It's not going to do brand damage to a game that already hasn't had a new game in like a decade and a half or something, though.
Oh.
Obviously, you can choose to throw it over him or just hand it over. We've been asking the crowd in the theater what they think.
Mm-hmm.
Just generally throw it over him.
Of course, that's what the crowd of the Xbox shit would say.
I think that's what we go for here.
Oh, you took your bloody All right. Hero. Yeah, of course you are.
I need your help.
Now I'm finished. Guild's closed.
My nan used to tell stories about you. She
Your
said...
nan? If you're some kind of mega fan, I think I've still got some merch out the back. Got shields with my face on.
This dialogue is atrocious.
Sort of tabard things.
She's trapped. They all are. My whole village. There was a woman in red. She could have been a hero or...
You're a hero. You'll work it out.
And what about you? You're being evicted. You gonna tell me what happened?
I mean, I'm not particularly proud of it, but I ran up a few debts. I don't like to talk
They
about that.
really did the Office cutaway thing. Holy shit, they're actually... When I heard this, again, we've been making jokes about it. It really is that bad.
few debts. I don't like to talk about that. I reached out to a local sculptor in town, commissioned him to capture my image in Aurora marble. Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong, but Gears wouldn't pay me in the end. I did what anyone would do, and I went down to Ronnie's place.
You lost the Heroes Guild on a bet. It's fine. I'll get it back. And your gold.
You're not listening. I meant what I said. I'm done.
I'm not doing it for you.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that, boys. This game is cooked. I knew it would be, but holy shit, that was worse than I could have possibly imagined. Wow. I can't wait for this to not sell a fucking copy. Woo, baby. Office comedy, light morality, dialogue of all areas concerned. Yeah. What about the combat? I'll see if there's any combat. Hold on a sec. I'll see if there's any combat. I didn't, you're right. I didn't check. Let's see. Here we go. This looks like combat. All right.
Big hammer.
Yeah.
Hold on. We'll go back a bit further. Here we go.
Out next. Now you're speaking my language.
This hero causing you grief, boss.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have warned you not to fuck with me, hero. Bit late now. Sort them out.
Okay, another wee look at combat, another fracas on our hands here. We spoke about some of the different various combat that we can use for tools, melee, range, etc. How do they complement
To be fair,
each
the
other?
combat so far, and we've only been playing it for a second, is relatively normal for Fable.
Ralph, what's your preferred style? You mentioned that big hammer earlier.
So I love a big hammer.
Yeah.
You get your spells, your range, your
and
sword.
like I say, I tend to go for big damage-dealing spells, like blades, like fireball. But you can play the game in a bunch of different ways. We actually had somebody playing in hands-on over in our behind-closed-doors demos today, who absolutely blitzed through it. Incredible skill level. Did it on the highest difficulty level.
Okay,
So
hold on. I think a lot of you guys are misremembering early game Fable with late game Fable. Early game Fable spells were not crazy. Early game Fable spells were relatively just fucking normal. Same with the combat. Like, you could eventually do crazy shit after you level up and get more spells, but no, like, this is very obviously early in the game. You're going to be weaker, so there's that sense of progression. I don't think that... yeah, this to me looks like early game Fable combat.
our team were sort of standing around applauding. Kind of
Wow.
thing. So you can bring a lot to it. I think one of the things we're trying to show this week with the demos we're doing is that you can come to this with whatever skill level you have, and the game will meet you at it. We have a bunch of different difficulty levels, and also a range of enemies that will challenge you.
I will
in
say that
different ways.
blood work when your sword connects is weak.
That sounds class. Speaking of a range of different enemies, we've got quite a large gentleman here with maybe a different level of threat than our heroes face. What are we seeing?
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? I wouldn't go as far as to say he's like a mini boss or anything like that.
I agree
He's
with you.
just a
I'm not seeing any of the
particularly
British charm here.
large human enemy, of which we have a bunch. We absolutely do have what we class as mini bosses, really large enemies that are going to give you even more of a challenge than this guy, and then we have proper boss fights as well, as you can imagine, against Isabel, who we met in June in our showcase trailer, and who knows, perhaps against someone else as well. But yeah, this dude is just a really, really large guy with an axe, and as you can see, takes a bit of wearing down, but is ultimately no match for our hero.
Obviously. Oh, absolutely sparked. Oh, shame about that beautiful mustache.
No, it didn't even show a decapitation. This shit's cooked, bro. This is weak.
Oh well. Is that Big Bap? He should be called Big Bap.
I wonder if it was Big
All
Bap.
right, so yeah, there was the combat. Like, look, it's early game combat. I more just don't like the how PG and how safe it is. It's early. It's really not too terribly different than early game Fable combat from the previous games. It's not. It just looks so safe and PG. The charm is gone. The writing and art direction are the worst parts about this. The writing and the art direction are far worse than the combat. The combat looks about what I expect for this early in the game. I never played a Fable game. The first 3 are great. A lot of people hate on the third one. Third one's good too. The Fable games hold up well. Play from the first one and keep going. Yeah, I Setsuna, I also love Fable 3. Way too many people touched on Fable 3. Fable 3 is good. I still never saw why they got people who only did racing games do this. I got nothing. I have no idea. It's such a... This studio should not be touching Fable. But to be fair, no matter what studio handled Fable, because it's been in development for 7 years, because of the climate that it was being developed under for the last 7 years. You gotta remember, most of this was done under Richard Spencer during the absolute darkest of times when it comes to the the ideological aspect of things. This game was cooked no matter what. It was. But guys, we know about the Office Cutaway are also something I don't care for. It's not even that I don't care for it. I actively hate it. I actively hate it. What do people not like about Fable 3? A lot of them don't like that it moved further in the timeline to be more like during the Industrial Revolution. It added guns. It's got a bit more like... Yeah, Industrial Revolution. I want to make sure I said that right. So yeah, it basically, it's no longer pure fantasy. It's more like the Industrial Revolution era. Oh yeah, Karma system was different. Yep. I may be blind by nostalgia. I love the OG Fables. No, you're not blind. No, they're good games. The OG Fable games, especially the first, but all 3 are great games. But the morality system is definitive to Fable. The morality system of black and white morality is what makes Fable Fable. And that not being in the game by itself is reason that I mean, everything else could be as is. I still wouldn't buy it, but like the definitive thing that's making me say I will not get this game is the removal of the morality system. Were there guns in Fable 2? If there were, I don't recall them. I could swear those were introduced in Fable 3. I could be wrong, but I could swear the guns weren't introduced until Fable 3. Oh, there were guns. Okay, there were guns in Fable 2. Fair enough. I just don't remember them then. My bad. But, alright, crew. We're out of 4 circles. We've been going live for the last 3 hours. It is Wednesday, so I'll be on Zach's show tonight. And guns were later in Fable 2 as DLC. Maybe that's what it is, because I don't think I ever played any DLC for any Fables, actually. But yeah, let me see who's live. Let me see who will raid. Fable 3 was the only one I completely finished. That was me reading chat, not me saying that, just throwing that out there. Alright, who is live? Gotta get a raid on real quick. Spread the love. Again, shout out to Yarny earlier for the raid. I played the first one more than the others. I think I played in order of like first, third, second is the ones is how I play the most. You know what? Yarny raided me, so we're gonna raid her. She's live now for the Hump Day Chinwag. We're gonna raid Yarny. Guys, tell Yarnwich Vital Idol raid. I will see you guys tomorrow for a normal episode of the lunch hour. Now all the Gamescom stuff is more or less finished. Until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere, and it's been Words of Paradise. Deuces.